And my volume is up. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of the Symmetry War. Nathan will hopefully be here in a minute or two. How's everybody doing today?
Wait, us or the viewers?
Everybody. I don't know. I was addressing the room.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm doing well.
Nice. Oh, yeah,
Chat, how are you feeling?
People are already asking about Canyon, and to that I say stick around today and you'll learn a bit more. Panda's in a different setup temporarily.
Yeah.
I don't actually know where he is.
Yeah, currently I just have somewhere to stay. Currently my family has COVID, so I am quarantining away.
Good luck to them. I hope they get well with no lasting complications. Oh, there's Nathan. Sweet. And his camera's actually normal. All right. Yeah, okay, cool.
I was about to say, wow, everyone's camera is normal at the start. How's that possible?
That's less small than it usually gets, so I'm happy. Yours has always changed size. It's when other people's change size that I get worried. I'm used to changing yours on the fly at this point. Someone in chat said Panda's gone on the run for Glib's crimes.
Yep. 100%.
Alright. Got all my dice here. Got my secret thing.
Yeah, I gotta organize my dice too.
Monsters. For those who don't know, I actually hung out with Nikhil like in person the last couple days because he's moving right now and he stopped in Texas on his way. And I got him his first set of physical dice, so he actually has dice now.
Nice.
They're not like really fancy ones, but we found like green and orange ones that are like they look sort of like Canyons themed, so I got him those. So the next time Nikhil shows up, he will have Canyon themed dice. All right. Someone said, "Are you going to be doing anything with LGBTQ characters for the first session of Pride Month?" Not actively. I mean, they are going to rescue a gay man. There's been
we were doing that before Pride
characters
Month.
In this.
Yeah, like they were already there, so I mean, I guess it's part of the plot.
Technically, yeah, he's in trouble right now, but Callisto's gay, and Polnaros is bi actually. But yeah, there you go. I never actually said that out loud, but there it is. So there you go. There's your Pride Month content, and I posted one of my Pride TikToks earlier. So we doing something. Someone said, "Panda, I love the plushies in the upper corner."
They are not mine.
Also, someone says, "Are you gonna show fan art?" So, fan art showcase. Let me say this before I forget. I'll also say it at the end of the episode. We are gonna be doing like a fan art showcase thing in the finale, which is in 2 weeks, I believe. The current plan is in 2 weeks is when the finale is going to be, and there will be more updates on that because it's probably going to be at a new time. That'll all come later. But point is, if you have fan art, send it to one of us. Send it to me. I have Instagram. I don't post often, but I check my DMs. You can also DM it to me on Twitter. DM it to anybody else, and they can send it to me. And then we will be doing a fan art showcase for the finale of season 1. So if you have stuff that you want to get featured, now's the time to get it in. All right. Let's see. Okay, I think that's everything we need to do to set up. There's not a lot of stuff. Does anyone want to take the recap of last session? I'll ask as usual.
I'm still working on getting my stuff set up over here.
Okay.
So
Panda's busy getting his separate setup.
I'll take a shot at it.
Go for it. Someone said they can barely hear me.
My notes.
I'll turn myself up a little bit. The Rider of Darkness, thank you for the 500 bits, by the way.
Okay, let me see if I remember everything. It was a long one, but I'll try my best.
We'll see. And it was confusing on purpose, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so last episode we had to smuggle our way through the city because wow, what is his name? Aldor. Aldor has kind of taken over our world. We met Mr. What was his name? Malevolent?
Baron Malevolent,
Like,
who was definitely
Baron
Mr.
Malevolent.
Sinister, because I couldn't think of anything.
very malevolent, who gave us a place to stay. We finally figured out what the hell most of our items did. Actually, all of them, for real.
Yeah,
All of them, what they do. Let's see. That was the episode that we have rightfully called Nat 1 because we had a
Oh my gosh, yeah.
ridiculous amount of Nat 1s in
amount,
that one
a
episode.
statistically improbable amount.
Yeah, I think I counted 20 Nat 1. That's not supposed to be possible. Anyway, it turns out that Prophis thought he founded the oh my gosh, Semestras, but he didn't technically. Our descendants from the future that we kind of accidentally created when we fucked up in the order realm, created Semestras and then just kind of manipulated Prophets into thinking he created Semestras. Does the timeline make sense? Yes, it does, because we said so. SG's genes are from the future, but also the past. It doesn't make sense, but yes, it does, because we said so. We ran into a bunch of Aldris's agents when we tried to leave our new hideout. Glib almost fell to his death.
Glib was one
of my own decision. I damn near jumped off the edge,
splatting into the ground. Like he was about to die.
But thank God that he has his new friend Stick. I think that's the name of our new friend. Just
Stick.
Yeah, just Stick.
Just Stick.
To literally save his ass from falling. Thank God for whatchamacallit, Good Bid and his bottom hat to tell us exactly, to give us exactly what we needed to escape with a very long rope. We broke into
Quick interruption.
Minerva's.
Panda, check your phone. Continue, Momo.
Yeah, I
did. Continue.
Thank you.
Yeah. Broke into Minerva's place once again, and now instead of asking her for an eagle, which we can do since we're not running from anymore, I think we just decided to use Stick to descend into the cavern thingy-mabobber.
Yeah, that's a good recap. Lots of confusing things that will be expanded upon. But before you have to get to that, you have to go and rescue Callisto / free the city from the giant dome that's trapping it.
Yeah.
I have lots of fun monsters planned. I was frantically photoshopping PNGs that I could put into the map for the last couple minutes before the session. So, lots of fun things coming. But yeah, does anyone have any last things to say before we get into it? Cool. We're all set then. So, when we last left off, as Momo said, you were in Minerva's office at the very top of Rift Reach. And you had found out that your goal, the guy that you have to free, is at the very bottom of Rift Reach, as in at the base of the canyon. Well, not the base, like the bottom of the canyon. That is under the city, which was presumed to be bottomless. So, as you mentioned, there are a few different ways you could get down there, and you're still in the office, so you can change your mind. You could use the magic stick to descend. Polnaros said that in some way he could carry you down. You could use an eagle. There are many different options, and it is in your guys' hands to decide right now.
Oh, so Minerva, since we are no longer running from you and your troops, can we just get a couple eagles to fly us down?
Didn't you crash the eagle last time you flew it?
Well, I did not.
In our defense,
I was
was
not there
injured.
for that. I feel like the sky was genie.
I would like to blame that on our missing compatriot. That was not our fault.
She kind of just puts her head in her hands, very stressed out by the events of the last 24 hours. Goes, I'll lend you a pilot, whatever. Just that's fine.
I don't know if that's such a great idea. He did make the pilot crash the last one. That
Yes.
I wanted. No,
You killed the pilot last time, didn't you? Actually.
I 100%
Like,
actually
you
did end up killing this pilot.
You actively killed them. Like, they did not die in the crash. You murdered them. Which...
We murdered them after they crashed, but we are the reason that pilot crashed that plane, yes.
Yeah. Yes, that was one of the murders we were not wanted for, actually.
You didn't say that out loud, did you? I was asking that that out of character. Okay, good. You said it in the accent, and I was like, if you just confessed to that murder.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. I didn't think so. So, Minerva, again, not wanting to deal with, she has a lot on her plate as the city is being actively plunged into chaos with a lot of warring factions right now. She kind of, sends some sort of magical signal with something on her desk, and you see, outside the window, a bit passes, and outside an eagle with an agent flies up. Actually, 2 eagles, because that would probably be, you'd probably need 2 to carry all of you at this point. 2 eagles fly up and are sort of just waiting outside the window for your descent to begin. So do you have anything else to do in the office? There's nothing like apparent that you need to do, but I'm just, if you have any questions or anything, now's your time to ask before you head down into the dungeon, as it were.
Not I don't think there's anything that we have to do.
No, I think we're doing pretty good.
Do you have any ideas of what we must do before we do descent? Should we go shopping before we leave?
Rob another jewelry store?
Let's not go shopping. Let's just try.
We do not have a great history with shopping. I don't know if that's such a great plan.
You have a fine history with shopping. What you have a bad history of is crime.
What's the name of the guy we're going down to meet again?
You're going to recap. There's a barrier that Aldor has constructed around the city, which is messing up stuff, and you are going down into the base of the canyon to rescue Callisto, who I believe is presumably either powering the barrier or is outside of the barrier. You're not 100% sure which, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But either way, right now the city is trapped as Aldor is sort of controlled. Oh, and I should also mention that as you'll actually, I'll leave that for flavor in a minute. So, with all the particulars worked out, Minerva opens one of her portals that leads back onto the roof of the tower so that you guys can mount the eagles from there. As you get on, and you get back out into the roof, sort of looking down over the city, you can see and hear a lot happening. It seems that the city is at this point in all-out war between Aldor's occupying forces and the remaining Symmetris agents and the Order of the Eye. Basically, just many factions are fighting each other right now. As I said at the end of last episode, we are now officially at the war part of the Symmetry War. So everything is very much in chaos. At which point, as you're all getting on the eagles, Prophis kind of stops and stands back and doesn't get on. He looks like he's thinking about something.
What's up, Prophis?
As much as I would love to assist you in this canyon, I've just had a thought that if Aldor reappears in his larger form, the only person who could theoretically at least stall him from doing untold damage is me. Should I stay up here? And he looks very, very conflicted about this, as he does want to help, go rescue his boyfriend, but also he's the only one who can get big enough to deal with the Megazord, basically.
So in theory, if we do end up rescuing Mystery Man, we already have a super powerful magic user with us. So we wouldn't technically need you down there. And it would probably be more useful for you to be up here, right? Just in case the people who are currently trying to kill us try to kill us, right?
He nods and then kind of leans his head back in the portal to Minerva and sort of shouts out, Could you let your men know that if they see a giant body horror centipede monster, please don't kill it? It's shockingly on their side now. And she, still very stressed out, just kind of pauses for a long moment processing, and then just sort of slowly nods before Prophis kind of looks back to you all and goes, Bring him back safe, all right? And goes back into the portal, at which point it closes. Oh, Kylan goes with him as well, choosing to stay with her brother.
Okay.
So it is back to the three of you, and the random Symmetris agent who is your pilot. I guess actually one of the eagles flies off now that the group is back down to 4. So the pilot, who's just a generic Symmetrist agent, kind of looks at you and goes, "Ready to head down?"
Yes, I'm ready. Do you think on the way down there you can teach me how to fly eagle in case you die?
Wow, his eyes kind of like you can see him sort of tense at the notion, but he actually takes it better than most people do when you suggest that they're probably just cannon fodder. And so he nods and sort of explains some of like the mechanics of how the spells work. We'll say it's a decently long flight, so we'll say you get for the remainder of this. If you need to fly the eagle, we'll say you have advantage on the animal handling check to fly.
Yeah.
And I guess it depends on whether you two were paying attention. If you guys were paying attention, you can get a little buff to it as well.
Good bit is
Glib was
always
definitely
paying
not
attention.
paying
Yeah,
attention.
I figured that
Always.
was going to be the end. Good bit is paying attention and Glib is not. So yeah, SG and Good Bid can have because you guys are both magic users too, so you both know how.
Cool.
Glib is as well, but you guys will have advantage on animal handling if for whatever reason you do need to fly the eagle. So the eagle begins navigating down into the lower regions of Rift Reach, which is if this was a movie, this would be a very cool scene of the eagle swooping down throughout the many layers of the city as you can see these battles raging all around you before eventually plunging below the deepest layer, at which point the sounds almost immediately drop off from like active battling to like vague, very open echoes off the wall of the canyon. And the light, which is usually reflected very nicely even into the lowest layers, immediately drops off into this vast just blackness below you as you keep going down. At which point the pilot kind of casts like a little light spell so that you can see each other's faces, but the light almost immediately drops off beyond you. As he's flying down, he goes, "So, where in the canyon is this? I mean, the canyon's massive. Is it in the center, or is it on one of the endpoints? Do you even know?"
Surely we should ask the stick.
We probably should have known that. Yeah. Stick, point towards where Mystery Man is.
The stick kind of, levitates up and keeps pace with the eagle, but notably does sort of turn into a direction that's sort of a little off-center, mostly downwards. But
Okay.
seeming...
Follow the stick.
Understanding understanding how the stick works, if not why exactly it works, the pilot turns the eagle down to follow the stick. You eventually, you can't really tell exactly how far down you fly for several minutes. It's a very, very deep canyon, but since it's just pitch blackness, it's kind of hard to tell exactly how far you are. But any light and sound from the city above you eventually does fade. Before the pilot kind of like, you see him sort of shifting a little awkwardly, but he doesn't say anything. Oh, someone's... Oh, no,
That was me.
okay, cool.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, you're all good.
Is there problem? Is there problem?
He says, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, now I'm going to worry about it if you're not going to tell me what's wrong.
It's you notice actually everyone roll sort of. This is gonna sound weird in a pitch black canyon, but roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
All right. I mean, I'm going to give a speech to my fellow players. Our bad luck is out, and now we will roll decently.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
I believe in us.
All right.
I got
That's
a 9.
the 16.
Okay. So, I mean, 16 is good enough. So there's not a ton to see here. It's just one thing. So I'll go ahead and say it. You notice that the bird seems to be starting to slow a little bit. It's, again, hard to tell since you don't have any visual reference, but you can kind of sense that your movement is slowing down. And the pilot goes, I've never flown into the canyon before. This is something that is, it's pretty frowned upon. If we're in a pitch black pit going downwards on a bird, how do we know if we're going to hit the bottom or not?
I got dark vision. I'm actually dead, so this isn't too much of a big problem.
Okay, he kind of lets out a sigh of relief. And I guess where are you? what order are you guys sitting in on the bird? This is a session in which order of position is going to matter for a couple things.
I imagined it was pilot, SG, me, and Glib.
Yeah, I was assuming I was riding on the tail.
The pilot kind of
Jeez.
like motions for you to sort of like shift up to behind him.
Okay.
And since you're sticky, we'll say that you can do it. And basically, all right. Just let me know how close we are to the bottom. What is your dark vision
Gotcha.
range? It should say somewhere in the thing. It should say like dark vision. I'm pulling a number out of. It's like dark vision 60 feet or something like that.
I think it's 60.
That's what it
60
usually is.
feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
Okay.
That's very close.
I was about to say,
that is very close.
The what do I have you roll for this? I guess another perception check, I would say.
Okay.
Just a big glib, and I don't know if SG or Goodbit
That's
have dark
20.
vision. Oh, okay.
It's not a nat 20.
SG does
it's
not
dirty.
have
Fine.
dark
Okay,
vision.
so as the only one with dark vision, it is entirely on to you to stop the bird. But
No stress.
remembering
no stress.
what happened the last time you crashed the bird, Glib is very, very vigilant. And the second he sort of sees even like a hint of ground below, signals the pilot who, expertly pulls the bird up effectively enough to stop and sort of, not really coast because it's a bird, but, come into a safe landing at the bottom of the cavern. Before, you guys dismount, and he kind of salutes you and says, good luck, I guess.
Yes. Okay.
Before taking the bird back up, and you can see he's flying almost straight up. He seems very terrified of hitting a wall, but he seems to make it out. So you guys are now at the base of this canyon. The only person who can actually see is Glib. For the rest of you, it is pitch black.
Oh, hold on
Yeah.
a second. I think I have lights. Come on. Please tell me I did not get rid of that cantrip. I didn't. Yeah. So I cast
yeah.
light, so there should be like an orb of light that casts how much? 10. Oh, just kidding. I have to touch something.
I mean, you can
Good
just
touch stick.
Yeah, there's. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Stick would
stick.
actually be very smart.
We have a torch.
Come here, buddy. Woo.
It's not. He's not a pet. Stick. Go to SG.
The stick listens to Glib, and
I do
floats
pet
over to
the
SD.
stick. Says pet the stick, and as I pet the stick, I do cast light on it. So, the stick now has bright light for a 20-foot radius and dim light for additional 20 feet.
Real quick, let me know. Someone said in the chat that they can't hear Momo. Is that a problem for everybody, or is that just one person's audio messing up? Can everyone else hear Momo just fine? I'll give chat a second to say it. Okay, someone says we can hear it. All right, wait, someone else. Okay, most people are saying they can hear. So cool.
Okay.
So with stick, now glowing and shining light in the area, you seem to be at the bottom of a canyon. Nothing jumps out immediately other than this, it's pretty big. This is a lot of perception checks in a short time, but this is a new area that you're going in. So everybody roll a perception check again. Glib, you have advantage since you have the best vision out of the group.
Okay.
Damn, only a 10.
I mean, that's average.
Come on.
19.
Okay. 17.
19, 17. All right, so SG and Glib, as you are looking around this place, you start to notice that, some of the rocks at the base of the canyon don't look particularly like rocks, and they seem almost to be skeletons, but of creatures that you don't particularly recognize. And you recall that this is the canyon that, in the old legends, which now seem to have quite a bit of truth to them, this is the canyon that a bunch of monsters poured out of, and there seems to be some sort of battle that went down here a long time ago. You don't see any signs of monsters still being here, but you know that there at least were some in the past. Now Stick, who is still pointing, is just kind of pointing off down the canyon wall. You don't know how far his goal is or its goal is, but it's pointing somewhere.
Okay. So keep going hesitantly, right? Like we're not. We should be worried, but not too worried. Because the place seems pretty barren right now, right?
As far as you know.
Ooh.
DM
I
might
mean,
know other
let's
things,
see.
but as far as you guys know.
I can't see a damn thing, so I'm putting my faith in
SD
y'all.
and Goodbid can
right.
only
Can,
see from the
can I
range of Momo's light.
prestidigitate like? Can I prestidigitate like a child's leash onto Goodbid so he doesn't get lost?
Goodbid can see the exact same as you can with the light spell.
Oh right.
Oh,
Should
okay.
you be putting it on me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the one that's leading.
I was about to
this.
say,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Glib
I
is,
put the children's leash on Glib.
that's also a funnier image because he's like 3 feet tall.
I find this extremely insulting.
I should also point out that if you're using prestidigitation, it's not a real leash. It's just the illusion.
It's not
of
the
one.
real leash. It's just it's as
There's an
real as he
imaginary-
thinks it is.
Which is even worse because now I'm just looking down at it like, did you just put a fucking leash on me?
Yes, I did. What you're going to do about it? Exactly. Move.
I don't like how true this is. I start walking forward.
Fair enough. So you go down the cavern. Again, it is, other than your light, it is pitch black, and other than the sound of your footsteps, it is dead silent. Very, very big contrast to the pretty constantly bustling city above. Stick, hovering silently, continues down before you see it kind of start to turn a little bit. Before you see an opening to sort of a side cavern, a fairly large one, in one of the walls of the tunnel. That Stick is very clearly pointing you down.
Okay, Stick, I trust you because you can't lie. You literally don't have voice or mind or thoughts. Actually, does Stick have thoughts?
You have no idea.
He
you
does not know.
cannot actively read Stick's mind, but like that could be because it has some protection against it. It could be because it's just an animate stick. You don't know.
Okay.
I will figure out your secrets one of these days.
You probably will. So yeah, there's this mouth of this cavern. As you step towards it, you hear an absolutely terrifying, sort of tortured wail emanate from the mouth of the cavern. Does not sound... it sounds human-ish, but not strictly human.
Well, I think that's where we were meant to go, friends. And good bid.
Thank you. Appreciate the
Friends
inclusion.
and good bid. That's
I also like how you say friends plural and good bid, which implies that your friends are Glib and Stick, because there are only
Yeah.
3 of you there.
That's so mean.
Friends and
Appreciate
contractually obligated companions.
Acquaintance.
I think actually at this point we've known good bid for like what, 2 days?
Yeah, you have not known this entire campaign. I need to go back and actually like figure out how long, but it has been, I know, less than 2 weeks. It's probably been about a week since you all met each other. Like it has progressed
Okay.
very fast.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
without really, is Glib still in front upon hearing the scream?
I just kind of stopped. I'm gonna say, since I heard the scream, I'm just like, I'm good. I'll wait. Does someone else want to go check out? It's not within 60 feet. But here's Stick, and you can light up the way.
Oh, actually,
farther than 60
Glib,
feet.
since you can see 60 feet, you actually see a little bit more. The
Oh, no.
mouth to the cave seems natural. It seems like it's just an extension of the canyon. But at sort of the end of your vision, you can see it start to sort of transition into something that looks more like intentionally made, and that is all that you can tell.
Okay. So there's a room, not just like a cavern, but like a room ahead. How about you guys stand near me and I send Stick ahead? Because Stick's invulnerable, from what I can tell.
I mean, that's fair, but then if we send Stick ahead, we don't have any light.
Yeah, but there'll be light up there, so we can see what's up there. We don't need to walk while it's happening. We just need to see what's going on over there. and see if there's some eyes that pop up. We don't want to fucking run into someone, right?
It is true. Okay,
This
good
is a
plan.
good idea.
Okay. Stick, go check out the room. Now let go of Stick.
Oh, I need to see, just for note, don't let this scare you, but before anything happens, I need to see what health everybody's at, just for my personal use.
Oh, yeah, don't let that scare you.
Okay, Glib seems to be at max. That's good. Which is weird. You know what? I'm going to say that Prophis... yeah, okay. This is something that I should have said earlier. I'm going to be nice because this is a fast campaign. Before you guys left, when Prophis was going into the portal, he did the same sort of spell that Callisto did and basically instant refreshed all of you. Like,
yes.
Long rest
yeah,
style?
he instant long rested you.
I don't even remember what happened, but I don't know why I was like at 36 out of 44 hit points.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
It's because we fought bandits on the bottom level.
Yeah, that large group of Aldori soldiers.
This is excellent news.
So yeah, you guys get
gracious
get
DM.
refreshed. Oh, don't call me.
Oh,
gracious
good bit. Are
just
you
yet.
at level 7?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am at
Everyone
level.
is at level 7 that I can see.
What does that mean? We're clearly at below the bottom.
Okay, so Glib, you're telling Stick to go on forwards.
Yeah, go check the room ahead of us.
Okay, so the Stick floats into the tunnel, straight ahead, levitating a couple feet off the ground as it does, with the light going. I should add, Momo, is when you cast light, like, does the whole object glow?
Yes.
Okay, so this is literally just like a horizontal version of the classic adventure movie imagery where the hero throws a glow stick into a pit. And so
Nice.
it's literally that. The stick floats onwards and it goes for a decent way before the light just fades. However, you can all get the same sort of thing that Glib does, which you can tell that this tunnel definitely becomes seemingly man-made farther down.
Interesting.
Well, it looks like we in the right place.
Creepy and dark.
Creepy and
Let's
dark.
keep going.
Stick, come back.
What's... No, okay, we'll say it comes back from there, yeah. A moment passes as it presumably takes a little bit to come back. Oh, actually, hold on. Are you just saying Stick come back? Like, in... What's the volume with which you are saying this?
Oh, I'm yelling.
Okay,
it
you're
'cause it's
yelling it.
very
All
far
right, noted.
away.
So there's a pause, and eventually, after a moment, you see the light returning, and as the light comes back into view, you hear that same howl again, a little louder this time.
I
Don't
think
like that.
whatever that was, I think it hurt us.
You don't say.
I don't know if I enjoy that. In fact, I think I kind of hate that.
Oh my gosh.
Does Stick eventually return to my hand?
Yeah, Stick eventually returns to your hand, seemingly unimpeded by
Okay.
anything.
Okay, we should be ready going forward. I think there might be something we need to kill in
How
here.
large is this passage that we're walking through?
It is fairly big, but it narrows out. The entrance of it, which is just like a normal part of the cave, is very big. But the part that you'll actually be traveling down farther, it's probably it's decently big. I would say maybe like 20 feet in height, and probably let's say it's like
Okay.
20 by 20. It's a big, roughly square passageway, 20 by 20.
Interesting. I wonder what needs to fit through there.
Who knows?
Okay, Stick, point towards where Mystery Man is.
Whips around, points towards the tunnel.
Okay. Alright. We'll just keep walking forward, I assume.
What order are you walking in?
I'm assuming I'm still in front because I
Glib in
Yeah.
front. All right,
I
cool.
have Stick.
Noted. So as you go down this tunnel, it narrows out as you've seen a couple times. But getting closer, you can see that there are carvings on the walls that are reminiscent of the same carvings that you have seen in the temples of Chaos and Order. Everyone roll a history check.
I will say the entire time, I imagine Goodbid, even though he can't see that well, is in the back watching our flanks.
All right,
I
noted.
got an 8.
And are we?
Huh? What'd you say?
Watching watching our flights. There's like what 3 feet of light back there.
Listen, I'm on edge,
He's working.
man.
All right, I got an 8.
I got a 19 on
Okay.
history.
SG.
Oh yeah, I got the 7. It's
Okay.
not going to do much.
So, despite interestingly, actually, this is valid because, correct me if I'm wrong. Goodbit has never been to the Chaos Temple, but he has been to the Order Temple, right?
Yeah.
You do recognize these as the same sort of, imagery and same sort of style as the carvings that you saw in the Order Temple. But since you don't have the contrast of the Chaos Temple, that is all. You recognize them as the same. And you can tell the others that and maybe get more info, but that's all that you see intuitively.
Yeah, I relay that to the group.
Okay.
Like, this looks like from the Order Temple. These markings.
Didn't the Order and the Chaos Temple look almost identical, if I remember correctly?
They looked very, very similar, but the carvings had sort of different imagery to one, fitting more of chaos, one fitting more of order.
Right.
But you do notice a contrast between this one and the chaos one, which is that while the order and the chaos temples, sort of thinking back on it, they seemed fairly balanced. This one definitely, like the imagery definitely depicts order as sort of, domineering over chaos. The like order figures and the people on the carvings who seem to represent symmetrous order, they're much larger, sort of like in like Egyptian imagery where like the gods would be much larger than regular people. These stories are more biased in favor of order, is all that I'll say right now that you can gather.
So, I might be wrong here. Not 100% sure. Not 100% certain. But I feel like we might be in a order temple of some sorts. A bad one. I don't know. This seems kind of fashy to me. How about y'all? This seems a little freaky.
And especially considering what's going on in the city, like, yeah.
Yeah.
This seems like something that may have actually sort of been Aldor's intent for longer than anybody expected, given that this place looks old as well.
Yeah.
At this point, are you continuing down the tunnel?
I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would assume
Yeah.
yes.
We
I just
don't
want
have
to
a
make sure.
reason to stop, right?
I mean, we can't get out.
Fair enough.
So,
Everyone make a wisdom save.
Oh.
Wisdom set, damn it.
All right, we got this. Oh.
come on. 9.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
17.
17.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, so let me see exactly how this works. This is gonna be fun. All right, let me
Just tell me how many damage.
get a die here. Oh, that was a max damage roll. Goodbid takes 11 damage suddenly. Now, nothing else notably happens to SG and Glib, but Goodbid, as you're looking at these carvings as you're walking down, you start to hear something that's sort of like a whisper in the back of your head, almost. And suddenly, that whisper turns into a similar scream to what you've heard, which again, SG and Glib you're not hearing any of this. You take the 11 psychic damage, and, Goodbid, you are immediately forced to make a melee attack against SG, who is the closest person to you.
Okay. I'll roll the hit.
All right. It's fine. My armor class is high. You would hit.
I hope
Not gonna be enough. I rolled a 2.
Okay, so as you guys are walking, from the rest of this, from the rest of the party's perspective, Goodbid suddenly kind of stops, and then just whips out one of his swords and slams it across SG's armor, just completely spontaneously.
Ew! What the hell?
Doesn't do any damage, but
Y'all hear that? What?
Here, what, you fucking psycho? What do you think you're doing?
I got my combat swords out. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. This place freaks me out. I'm freaking out.
Yes,
You
it's a
hit
weird
her
place
again,
to
it's
be,
gonna
but
a
you're
breach of
acting
your
crazy.
contract, fucker.
I'm on the contract. Get it together, good bit.
Get it together, and I slap him in the face.
Okay. Are you slapping him to do damage or? Okay,
No,
I didn't
no.
think so.
Pull yourself together, man.
Pull yourself together.
Thank you.
Oh.
What's happening? What are
Wait,
you
if
hearing?
I give him damage, will it snap him out of it?
I mean, he seems. I'll say he seems fine after the strike. Like he doesn't seem to continue.
Okay.
So it was sort of like to describe basically what happened is you heard the scream and then sort of like some sort of instinct took over and you just instinctively like whipped out your sword and attacked whatever was closest to you and it passes.
Right.
It passes from there.
After the slap, I'll be like, "Whew, thank y'all. I got it. I'm in. I'm locked in." And I'm gonna,
Yeah?
as doing that, I'm casting healing ward on myself. As a second level, because I ain't fucking around with whatever shit you're about to throw at us.
You care to explain what the fuck just happened, big man?
You know that scream we heard earlier? It's like I heard it
Yeah.
exploding in my mind. It felt like it was right in front of me. I just lost my cool. That's all. We're good. We're good.
All right. Let's get back to business.
You stand.
That is so
5 feet
unfair
back
that
from
you
that
can
door.
say that, and I can't.
Catchphrase copyright
You know
infringement.
what? We don't give a damn how fair it is after you attack at random.
It won't happen
You
again.
stand a sword's length away from both of us.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's see. All right. So after that little incident, you all continue on. Let's see. Make another. You know what? Make another perception check. Again, glib with advantage because you can actually see in the dark.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Come on, nat
I gotta
20.
mark off.
Come on, nat 20.
Do we all make a
No.
perception?
Ah, shit.
All of you, yes.
I got a 14.
That's gonna be a 12.
10.
14, 12, 10. Okay. In the actually, yeah, the only one who can see this is actually Goodbid, which is probably going to be even worse for his paranoia.
No!
Out at the oh, you're watching the flank, aren't you? All right, for flavor, behind you at the very edge of Styx's light, you see sort of like what looks like a flicker of like almost like a gray cloth or something like that. Like some flicker of movement passes very quickly at the back of the light.
Yo, I think we're being followed.
I don't know how much I trust your perception, man. The last thing that you told us, you heard a scream and then you tried to kill her. So I don't know how much
I
I trust your
know
perception
how
right now.
it sounds, but I'm seeing stuff behind us.
Do you
Yes, you
think
do
it is
believe this guy?
possible that maybe we don't know what happened in the past, why they might have what happened to Aldor before, but do you think it's possible that what we know is not entirely true and maybe these monstrous creatures that were created were not a part of any of the portals, but were created by maybe Aldor?
That's entirely possible.
That is very
Either
much
way, they
possible.
came out of this pit, and here we are.
I mean, in all honesty, we are in the pit regardless of this fact. I don't mean to say that that doesn't matter. What I do mean to say is that we're definitely not the only thing down here. He might have heard one weird scream in his fucking head that we haven't heard, but we've heard two ahead of that. There's definitely something else down here. I don't want to fucking be here. So how about we just get our fucking dude and get the fuck out?
Let's get a move on.
Let's go.
All right, so you continue down the pathway. Just for fun, because of the bad rolls. Every couple of minutes, it's a very long tunnel. Every couple of minutes, Goodbid, you're not sure if it's just your mind playing tricks on you, but you can continue to see this sort of gray shape flickering just at the edges of the light.
No.
Oh my god. At this point, I'm not even bothering telling them. They won't believe me. I'm
Oh,
just
God.
watching. I'm watching the darkness behind us walking backwards. I'm following. I'm watching behind.
It's fine. We're fine. It's all fine.
It's all gonna be okay.
Now,
It's all gonna turn out good, man.
eventually, after a few more minutes of this, Goodbid, you, like, just out of nowhere, feel a very, very, very cold touch on the back of your neck.
SG,
Yes.
why are your hands so cold?
My hands are in gauntlets. They're not cold.
You just touched me,
No.
gang.
Dude,
We gotta get in and get out of here.
do you need a drink or something? Do you need to chill?
Now,
I feel attacked.
as this conversation is going down, I want everybody to go to roll 20 if you're not already there.
Ah.
I'll let everybody get there as I should. There we go. Let me get this zoomed in. Now this map has the bridge over a canyon. This is the tunnel. So the walls of this bridge are the walls of the tunnel for all intents and purposes. As you guys are turning around to deal with Goodbid screaming, Stick, as you know, as has been ordered, continues forward. And as it continues forward, its light illuminates this massive specter made out of these like shifting gray strands, standing in your path, just floating there, staring at you before it lets out the same, terrifying wail.
Oh shit! Stick, come back!
Damn!
The stick flies back to you. It's still, this thing is, just barely in your circle of illumination.
I can see him perfectly
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
which is even
Glib
worse.
can see him perfectly well. It seemed it was not there before. When you turned around to look at Goodbid and looked back, there it was. It was there. So yeah, everyone roll initiative.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Let's go with physical dice so we have better luck.
Do we all see this, by the way?
Right.
Oh yeah. You will. It's.
Goodbid's like, there it
It's
is.
there.
I'm not.
And yes,
I'm
Goodbid.
not
This
crazy.
thing is the flicker.
I told you.
It is the reminiscent of the same flicker that you have been seeing. This is probably the thing that's been tormenting you.
I did not mean to do that. Roll. Disregard that. I got a 27.
Goodbid,
I got an
Goodbid was
18.
ready for this thing. Goodbid knew this was gonna be happening.
It's like, I fucking told you. I told
Okay.
you. Look at it.
You did tell us, okay? You told us. You were right. You were right.
So Goodbid got a 27. What did everybody else get?
19.
19.
18.
19 and 18. You guys were on
How did we all
edge.
roll good and I still got
You
shit?
guys were on edge waiting for this thing to jump out at you. Now let me roll for
Everybody
its
hates
initiative.
Glib.
I need to remind myself.
Most
of
unlucky being on the planet. We already know
high
this.
dexterity. Oh, and a very low roll. All right.
Yes, you can beat
Adjust
the
my
shit out of
chair.
it before it's done.
My chair is combat.
Turn for this thing and get everybody's order. You said 19, right, SG? Typed it in wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, combat has now started. This weird specter thing is in front of you. Goodbid, who was just on edge the entire tunnel walk, is going first.
Incredible.
Also, someone in chat said we haven't put episode 8 on YouTube yet. I know. For those who are, you can watch the previous episodes for 2 weeks on my Twitch VODs. They're available on Twitch. YouTube is for like the older backlog. So they
Yeah,
are actually.
and also I'm the one in charge of uploading to YouTube, and I'm not currently at my setup right now, so I can't upload it currently. So it's going to be a little while until that episode's on YouTube. Sorry.
For those who want to see episode 8 and haven't yet, if you go through my Twitch VODs, it will be there for another week. So you've got plenty of time to watch that, and then it will be up on YouTube. And all the previous ones, 7 and past, are on YouTube. But yeah, all right, Goodbid, you're up first against this this mysterious creature, the nature of which you do not yet know.
Okay. And so just to be clear, how much light do we have?
Yeah, there's
How?
so there's a way that in Roll20 that you can do like blackout area,
Darkness?
but you have to pay for it. It's in premium, which I'll probably get for season 2, but I don't have yet. So what is D&D vision in the dark without dark vision? It's not much.
Ooh.
Um,
It That's an excellent
Yeah,
question.
it would just be, use the ruler. I'll look it up. Use the ruler tool to see how far you can see. Glib can see 60 feet, so he can see the whole map.
So we have like the stick is lit up, giving us, what is it, 30 feet of light? I forget what the light spell is.
It's 40 feet, 20 feet of like bright light, 20 feet of dim light.
Got it. So and that's coming from Glib, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
So
from stick. From stick.
So, okay, yeah.
From stick.
Right now, Glib is emanating 40 feet of light, but that's because he's holding stick. I will actually I'll put in just a generic asset that will be stick on the map. So, I mean, it just needs to be something.
If we could
obvious.
have a permanent light circle as well put on the map, just so we can
Yeah. That's
where we can...
what I'm setting up right now.
Oh,
is something where you can mark your light. I'm trying to find.
Amazing.
You know what? I'll just have a. Let's see.
Oof. I might do something really ballsy. Oh.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie,
not
Goodbit's
40
kind of
feet.
on defense right now because he's been the
Ignore
only one
that
being fucked
green
with.
one. Okay, I'm getting you guys a light circle right now. Hold on, I just gotta measure it. So 40 feet. Well, actually, it'd be a 20-foot radius. That's pretty big. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is Okay, switch there to there. Actually, let me do 40 feet.
Okay, so it's like decent.
Yeah, so
decently
I'm
lit.
drawing you the circle right now. I'm just measuring it. That's
Oh,
not what a circle is. That's a
And
little smaller.
For all intents and purposes, we are not above a pit, right? We are in a tunnel.
This is the closest map that I could get. The walls of this bridge are the walls of the tunnel.
Got it. Okay.
No, I just want to get rid of these tiny circles. Roll 20. I don't want to
Itty
make more
bitty
of them.
circles.
Okay, and then this circle is emanating from Glib. So
Got
there's
it.
a 20-foot radius off of Glib. And you can
Incredible. Thank you.
And Panda, I don't know what happened. I'm assuming Panda's camera is gonna be fine in a second.
No, I'm here. I can hear everything. I was
cool.
just checking something.
Yeah, you're all good. Panda, if you tell me like stick is moving somewhere, I will not move the entire map. I will move this circle of light to wherever you want stick to be pointing.
Okay, great. Right, yeah, because stick is with us. So yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. I have a feeling the scary demon is not able to be scared himself, so I'm not going to try to charm him or anything. I'm actually going to kind of spend my first turn being alert on defense, kind of playing to the role play here by using my action to cast Blade Ward on myself, and then using my bonus action to give Bardic Inspiration to Glib. And so Glib gets an extra D8 on whatever he needs. And I have resistance to most damage. Most forms of damage. Physical damage, that is. And
Thank you very much.
I don't think I'm going to move anywhere, because where can I go?
Yeah, this is a pretty limited tunnel that you're in right now.
So, yeah, that's going to be my whole turn, is casting Blade Ward on myself and then giving Glib Bardic Inspiration, and then just going on about how I knew it. I knew it.
In that case,
Get it, you knew it, okay.
SG, you are up.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do something very ballsy but very stupid because at this point, SG is very into the fact that they are going to be a god.
Oh, right, I forgot.
So they're
SG's
going to do...
high on God promise.
Yeah, so they're going to do something very stupid, but if it works, it's gonna be really fucking cool. Anyway, so I will rush up to I don't even know what this is called, the spectre.
It has a name. I called it a spectre. I will say, this is a specific D&D monster, and I'm actually for once using this monster like in the lore that it's supposed to be. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I rarely do that.
Same.
I was looking through a monster manual. I was like, yo, this actually works. I'm just going to use this thing as what it actually is.
It's got a fire.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't have to rush up to it. I thought I had to touch it. I don't have to touch it. So I'm going to stand in front of the creature and say, listen, I understand that you are some big, scary thing, but I know more than you, and I am a god. And I cast polymorph 4th level spell and turn it into just like a fluffy gray bunny, if I can.
I really I have not watched Parks and Recreation, but I have seen the clip of Ron Swanson in like the Home Depot or whatever. So I know more than you, and that's what this gives me the same vibe as. Okay, how does polymorph work?
It's for an unwilling creature. They have to make a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect. But if they fail, I get to transform them into. Let's see. It just says new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's.
Okay, a bunny is lower.
Definitely
I was about to say,
less.
like, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that, but it doesn't matter because a bunny is pretty definitively lower. So it's a wisdom save, you said?
Yeah, wisdom save. The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast.
Of what? A saving throw of what?
So for me, it would probably be my saving throw would probably
Actually,
be.
wait, I can look.
DC is 15
okay.
probably.
Oh, the creature seems entirely unaffected by your.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you just to be a mean DM and spite you. It literally beat the save by 1.
No!
It literally beat the save by 1. So you were real close, but that doesn't have any effect on the gameplay.
Coming out the gate with a 4th level spell. Damn.
Yeah, I was really
close.
going for it.
I was close to working. You almost got it.
It almost worked. Anyway, I realized it doesn't work. Like, oh, maybe I'm too far from godhood for it to work, so I'm going to misty step behind it. Yeah, that should be 30 feet. That's definitely within 30 feet. Let me do the measuring thingy just to check.
To an area you can't see?
Isn't it within the 40 feet?
Oh, is it a
40
foot radius or diameter?
It's 20 feet of bright light, 20 extra feet of dim light.
So there's 20 feet of dim light outside of this circle. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
So right behind it would still be dimly lit, but still lit.
So yeah, I'm not
I'm
going to draw another circle for that, but you can just use the ruler to like draw 20 feet out from the circle.
Right,
I'm going to just be like right behind it, like that.
Yeah, right behind it. Okay.
All right, I'm assuming that's your turn because that was a big
it's my
spell.
turn,
In which case, Glib, your turn.
For us, that looks so unimpressive.
You just walk up to it, go, I know more than you, and it's like screams in your face, and you just vanish.
Like, okay, never mind.
You're like,
we have no
mind.
idea you attempted to cast like a god level spell.
Okay, I think I might. It's worked for me in the past. I think I'm just gonna shoot it in the face.
You have Bardic if you need it.
Yeah. What does Bardic give me?
It gives you an extra D8 to your hit roll.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
You can use it after you roll. So you can basically the way Bardic works is like you can use it after you roll, but before you know if it works or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get a low roll, you can be like, yeah, I want to Bardic that and boost it.
All right. I'm gonna use my 2 beams of Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna try and shoot it in the face.
Let me look at what its damage stuff is. All right, cool.
All right, I got a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Damn.
For the first beam. That's without the Bardic.
Ooh,
That's insane.
Yeah.
And the damage for that one is 10.
Okay.
And then the second one is a... Can I ask if it hits before I choose to add Bardic to it?
That's the thing is you have to sort of
What did
gauge
you-
whether what did you get?
16. So
Yeah, that's the gamble.
Definitely
with Bardic,
too
is
low.
You get to what
I
your
think
thing is.
I'm gonna use Bardic for the second one because getting 2 shots.
Yeah,
in the face would be
16
nice.
might. That's
Yeah,
right.
you guys don't know.
All right. 18
18 does hit.
does hit.
Okay.
All right, cool. And then my damage is going to be another 10. So I just did 20 damage to its head.
That's a decent chunk. So Glib, after seeing Goodbid basically just panic and start casting things on himself and on Glib. And SG just walk up to it and vanish. Glib is just.
I know more than you.
Glib is done with his teammates' bullshit and just fires everything he has into this thing's face. It does not die. But you can see it's the sort of magical like shreds of its body like writhe. It definitely was very injured by that.
Gotcha.
However, it is now this thing's turn.
I told you I don't want to fucking be here anymore. Let's get this over with.
And what this thing does is after shrieking again after being hit by Glib's attack, it starts moving to its left and just phases into the wall.
Ooh.
Now, I have put it here outside of the map to represent that this is where you saw it go into the wall. You do not know where it is right now. You see it go into the wall. You cannot see it. However, from inside the wall, you hear another shriek. Everybody make a wisdom save.
Not again! Oh, what's my...
I hope the integrity of this cave is pretty decent. Otherwise, we're risking caving.
It's a nat 1. It's a nat 1.
A nat 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
It is a nat 1.
It's gonna be a 19.
19?
I got a 23. Oh
so
no.
The exact same thing that happens the first time. Glib and SG are totally fine. They hear this thing and they're ready for it. Goodbid still totally panicked by the horror movie sequence that he's been going through for the last 15 minutes. Instinct takes over again and you slash out at Glib.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I got a nat 20.
God damn it, man! You just helped me.
I got a nat 20
on your
Glib.
party member.
What? You son of a bitch! You can't defend against this big motherfucker, but you can attack me like it's nothing.
All of the
Almost
character development.
It's almost iconic.
Everything that went into
1.
Glib no longer hating Goodbid is getting undone in this one
Oh my
fight.
God.
Oh my god. This one session is gonna make me feed you to the bad guy. This is gonna be the sacrifice play.
Oh no.
One of us is dying in this campaign, and it's gonna be this motherfucker. You almost won me back.
This is the session where someone is most likely to die. For a couple of reasons.
I rolled really low on
Contract,
damage.
sir.
Okay.
I rolled really low, only 6. I got a 1 and a 2.
So yeah. I would also say the last thing that Glib sees, because I'm assuming he's not staring at Goodbid, because why would he?
No.
Glib
would he?
sees this specter sort of phase into the wall, and as you're looking at that, suddenly you just get stabbed in the back by Goodbid out of nowhere.
You son
As
of a
soon as I
bitch.
hit him, am I back to my senses?
Yeah, it's the same thing again. Instinct takes over, you stab him, there's no lasting
I
effect.
stab him. Oh, sorry, buddy. I thought.
Motherfucker!
I saw him go that way.
You can't stab somebody and be like, "Oops, sorry."
This is not an oops sorry
Oops,
thing!
my bad, man.
You get one more! You get one more, and then we fucking murder you!
Understandable. I can't believe that shit. God.
How much damage did I just
It
take?
was only 6. I rolled a 1 and a
6.
2 for damage.
God damn it.
Holy cow.
That's
Okay.
that's just this session is just as unlucky as last time, but only for Nathan.
Yeah, literally only for me. Not that I want to remind you of this, Matt, but how much psychic damage do I take?
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. I actually did forget that. So thanks for hurting Goodbid. Oh my god, it got another max damage roll.
Oh my god.
And so that's another 11. It has max damage. So that literally went the exact same as last time. It only hit Goodbid and then max damaged him.
I was at 28, so 11 is 17. Ah!
Good be that you're going to be a god. You cannot take damage so easily.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I'll internalize that moving forward through the creepy cave.
Oh god, yeah.
If you are a god, you must not have fear. So, buck up.
Fucking get over it.
Fucking
Yeah,
get over
like,
it.
Get over it.
Stop being a bitch. You got this.
Alright.
That is its turn, however, but you can't. None of you can see it at the moment.
Yeah.
Which means, if there's time to
we should
run
move
away,
the
we
battle
can
map
run away now.
For the players, or for the stream.
Are we're still in initiative though, so if we wanted to run, would we have to spend our turns?
Yes,
running?
you would have to spend your turns
Oh,
running because
you're right.
you are still technically in combat.
Okay.
But I mean, with the way things are going with Goodbit, he is
And
totally
also,
open to running.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this map is not huge for the tunnel. So just for the if you do decide to run, the way I'm gonna have it is just you loop on this map. So let me say it: you are not stuck in a space loop. It's just I'm gonna represent this map. This map is just gonna be the next section of the tunnel downwards.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think running from this thing is a good idea. I think this thing can definitely chase us.
Well, I can't even do anything because I can't see him. But
Yeah, none of
fact
you
that
actually.
Hold on, wait a second.
I will note this one thing. SG, remind me exactly how your psychic, your telepathy works?
I can link people. Like, let me double check. I'm pretty sure I just have telepathy. Let me double check though.
Of course, Blade Warrior.
I know I have telepathic speech.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna tell you just for note, because you would probably have figured this out. You can tell the screams that it is doing are some sort of psychic damage. You can sense that as just your your natural thing. That's all I'll give you information about passively, but you do know that it has some sort of psychic ability.
Oh, let me see if there's like a check I can do. I'm trying to see if I can understand if it's screaming something in a language.
Okay.
Or if it's just a scream. But what I roll for that?
Roll. I mean, that wouldn't really necessarily be like a roll. Just see if you can, because you don't have to roll to like telepathically communicate with something. So is that sort of is that sort of what you're trying to do? Yeah,
I'll just ask it like, what are you?
So, in trying to communicate with it, its screams are screams. It's not like screaming some sort of like curse or anything in a specific language. But when you try to openly communicate with it, you do get some sort of response. Let me look. I have a notes thing here of what exactly the response is, but it's having trouble loading. So give me a second to find that. Come on, load please.
Let's hope it's in a language I know.
Yeah, I will say it is in whatever, like the common tongue actually.
Oh, okay.
Though it seems like a sort of like altered version of for simplicity's sake, it is what like old medieval English is to our English. It is you can kind of tell that it's a more antiquated version. And you don't get like active thoughts much, but you can sort of sense sort of passive memories of like some sort of battle and some secret. Basically, you get the sense that this is some sort of spirit of one of the warriors that died in the original battle that is still haunting this place.
Interesting.
You cannot tell where it came from. All you can tell is that it was something from that original battle that has remained here somehow.
Okay, so I turn to my companions and say, I don't think this is monster. I do think it is maybe dead person that's now ghost. Glib, you are dead thing, person, frog. Can you communicate with other dead things?
I'm a vamp. Technically, I'm undead. I'm not a medium.
It's a little insensitive.
It's a little insensitive, assuming that all dead people can talk to each other. That's not...
Well,
I'm not that kind of dead person. Most what?
All psychics can talk to each other.
That's because you can see into each other's brains and shit. I'm dead. That's not special. Everyone dies.
Yes, but if you're dead, you don't have brain.
I thought I was the dropout. What the fuck is going on right now?
I think she just called you stupid.
I think she did just call me stupid. What the fuck is happening?
I should point out, are you guys doing anything
it's
like with your turns?
It's not racist to assume that all creatures of the same kind can speak to each other when you're a creature that can all speak to someone of the same kind.
I am not the same kind of dead!
Well, there are different types of dead. I did not know that. I'm sorry.
You got 2 legs. Can you talk to everything on 2 legs?
But psychic, I can... You know what? We're not going to have this conversation right now when we are being hunted down.
You're the one who started this conversation!
we're not going to continue it. The conversation is over for now.
Livingest? What the hell is this shit?
Living it. All right, but when we meet another psychic, you cannot ask me, can I speak to them? Because obviously, yes, we're psychic.
I'm gonna move. So I'm gonna assume that this is happening as this conversation is going on. Goodbid and Glib, are you guys moving or doing anything with your turns while this thing is outside of your view, presumably still in the wall?
Oh, I'm waiting to shoot it again.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
you're
looking
on
around.
edge waiting.
Yeah, I'm just fucking prepped.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm also on edge waiting because I have an idea that I can't do until he's back.
For note,
Yeah, SG is not concerned at all because,
okay.
like, they're like, I am a god, this cannot hurt me.
SG's god complex is still going. For note, and Nathan knows this, and Momo probably does as well, but Panda, this is a D&D mechanic that we haven't done much yet. You can do something on your turn that's called preparing an action, which is basically like, if something, it sort of sets up a trigger action for when something happens. So, like, a classic example for it is, like, if you're standing next to a lever that controls a trapdoor, you can say on your turns, like, for my action, I am waiting, and, like, at any point, if, like, a monster steps on this trapdoor, I'm going to pull the lever. So what you can do now is you can say Glib is, like, on edge, like, the second he sees it, he's going to fire a blast off, and then that will happen whenever the monster shows up again.
We're gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the monster as soon as I see it.
Glib is locked and loaded. Glib is on Overwatch if people played XCOM. Nathan, are you setting anything up, or are you waiting for your turn?
I'm probably gonna move in between SG and Glib.
Okay.
Which will put me about, not too close to the wall where he went in. There we go. About there, and yeah, I guess I'm just.
I don't understand why you are so afraid to go into this battle. If descendants from future come to tell us that we're gods in future, then obviously we don't die here.
We don't know how time travel works.
You have zero clue how any of this works. We might all die and be martyrs. That's all we know.
I'm not going to comment on it.
Here's what I don't know. Can you ready a bonus action and an action?
I think you can just ready an action. I think it is technically just
ready
an action. Yeah, I don't think you can double ready anything.
Okay, then I mean I'm just gonna spend my turn moving because the thing I want to do requires more than just an action.
Okay. Let's see. Let's look at that. All right.
Yeah. I just want to say that SG is not staying close to the light because she is afraid of the thing. Like they just can't see, so they need the light.
On that note, if you guys have all done your stuff, then it is the monster's turn. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the creature returns not out of the wall, but it rises up out of the floor behind SG.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
is that in the dim light?
In the dim light. Now, Glib, since you prepared a reaction, the first thing that happens is you're firing off your Eldritch Blast the second you see this thing pop out. So go ahead and do that first.
Right. Okay, so we are going to I got a 20 to hit on my first one.
Definitely a hit.
Okay.
Do you have careful spells to not hit your companion who is standing in front of the creature?
I mean, it's bigger.
You mean my racist companion that just asked if I could talk to the dead creature?
I mean, dirty 20, but still, I'm saying that's fine enough to hit over.
Did I spend my was me moving my whole turn? Like, could I have technically done an action and a bonus action while the creature was in the wall?
You could have done an action, yeah. I'll say...
I would have loved to have used this necklace of prayer beads and pulled the one off for cure wounds at a second level.
Okay, yeah, we'll say you can do that for the sake of... Do that on yourself as Glib is resolving his attack.
Yeah, you got it.
Cool.
Yeah, all right, so the first one, it only did 5 damage.
Okay.
And then the second one got... a 16 to hit?
16 actually hits.
Okay, good.
These things
and then
wild AC.
Oh, and then it did 14 damage.
Okay, so what you do did 19?
19 damage in total.
Okay. That actually seems to be enough. So as this thing rises, basically, SG is like looking at you guys, totally casual, not getting why you guys are terrified. This thing rises up out of the floor.
We're
behind her,
gods. What's the problem?
lifts its spectral hands to like smash her into a paste. And as that happens, Glib just rapidly fires out a bolt which goes right over SG's head, smacks this thing in the face, and it disintegrates.
Wow.
See, I told you we don't die here.
Don't have anything.
I did that.
Anything
None
to
of
worry
all
about.
this shit.
You guys are fine. And yeah, by the time SG turns around, it has
bullshit.
vanished into nothingness. So the spirit is gone, and combat for now is over.
Amazing.
So we are out of initiative.
You are out of initiative for now. Yes.
Okay.
We'll see how long that lasts, but you are out of initiative for now.
You must not worry so much, Glib. We are not going to die here for your gods.
I
That
hate
one-
it here.
that
I
one
hate
was
it here.
rough,
Why am I on
I
this
won't lie.
quest? Why did I do it? What? Why did I let Canyon talk me into this? God damn it.
Now, oh wait, what were you gonna say, Panda? Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's it.
Real quick, as usual, I drank too much water before the session. So now that we're out of combat, and I want to take a break before we get into this next thing because it could be a longer scene. So I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Does anyone else have to go? I mean,
Let's do
all right,
it.
I'm gonna throw us to our starting soon screen because I keep forgetting to remix it into a thing. I'll get that ready for season 2. So give us like 2 minutes, everybody. We'll be right back with the rest of the session and more terrifying monsters to come.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, looks like I'm the first one back, and everyone else is gone, so the screen is just Skype right now, but hello, everybody. Alright, let me make sure I have everything set up for whatever's going to happen next. Oh, there's Momo. Alright, I won't spoil anything since Momo's back. No hints for the audience.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
No.
Oh, right. Account of a Fool. I think SG still does have the Goblin Crown.
Yeah, I mean, unless you... that's up to you. It's just, you know, her clothing. It wasn't magical or anything, so it's just whether you want to wear it or not.
I think at this point it's in the bag of holding because of the circlet of blasting.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, and remember, that got refreshed too by the same... I'm saying that the refreshing spell that the very powerful wizards know can refresh that. Someone said I missed my mom
chat
in
is
the
saying,
chat.
yeah.
Yeah, my mom comes to a lot of my streams to pop it. I know she said she doesn't watch the D&D streams because she doesn't understand it, which It's fair, but she leaves them on so that it boosts my views. I'm like, thank you, Mom. That's very wholesome.
That's
It's
so
also my
nice.
dad's birthday today. I doubt he's watching, but if by any chance he is, happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Matt's dad.
Everyone say happy birthday to my dad, and then I'll clip it, and then I'll send it to him.
Happy birthday, Matt's
Oh,
dad.
hey, Nathan. Nice timing.
Happy birthday, Matt's dad.
Oh, everyone's back. Perfect
Someone
timing.
asked if SG can shapeshift out of the armor. I do not think so.
No, she cannot. It will shift with her because it is cursed. Amy, if you can
You know
clip
what?
everybody say happy birthday to my dad because I am on like 3 separate interfaces right now.
I don't think it's a bad idea to have the armor because
It has caused you no problems so far.
it's caused me no problems at
Maybe
all.
later.
And also, like, are you telling me that I permanently have to have an AC of 18? Oh, woe is me.
It's funny. You guys have like both SG and Glib have kind of set themselves up with plot hooks that I can use later, which is very nice as a DM because you have your demon armor and Glib has his deal with his patron that he'll basically do one favor. So I got
Like-
plot hooks that I can use to
I'm
manipulate.
not going
I have
to
a
try to
feel-
take it off.
I have the most terrifying feeling you're gonna use that to make me try and kill someone, and I am terrified that all of a sudden it's gonna be like, you have to kill SG. Like, my god's just gonna go nutso at one point. I am terrified.
Maybe.
Are you scared because you know you won't win?
Ooh.
I know the fact that you have scary shit against me.
Shade.
Oh no, I know I'm a shit wizard. I got one fucking move and it's shoot them. That's it.
Hey, shoot them did all the damage to that thing. You got really high damage rolls, and it.
That is only because our influencer over here decided that they were a fucking god and didn't need to deal with this shit.
Hey, whatever works.
I feel like that monster was only attacking me.
I mean, it was, but not on purpose. Let's put it that way. It was.
It only
direct
attacks the
influence
weak-minded.
Now, as you guys continue down the tunnel, let's go. I'm assuming you're continuing down the tunnel and not bailing out after fighting this thing.
Yeah.
Everyone roll yet another perception check. Lots of fun.
I thought you were gonna
perception
say
checks
wisdom
in the-
save. and I
No,
was gonna
no.
fucking shit
It's
Not
just
so-
myself.
feeling good. It's feeling great.
Okay.
Okay, I feel good after
Let me
this.
pull up
The
a
beast
stat
is
block
gone.
for
All right, that is.
I lied. I rolled a 7.
I also rolled a 7.
What am I rolling? Sorry, I got distracted.
Okay, so perception check. As I
Gotcha.
also everyone. Well, actually, that's fine. I'm gonna change the roll 20 map, but don't. It's just because you're not. in the
Also,
tunnel.
my cure wounds cured me the exact amount of damage that I took.
Hey,
So
that's a big
14.
deal.
I got a 14 on perception.
14 on perception. Okay, you're gonna have to. Sorry, I was doing a roll 20 thing, so you're all gonna have to remind me of what you got. I heard 14.
Yep.
Okay,
yep, and don't worry about anything else.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So 14
Yep.
and 14 is the only one that matters.
Yeah.
So as you guys are continuing, you start to notice that the environment of the tunnel changes slightly. It's still, the same man-made carvings, but like there's some sort of like green moss on the walls, basically, as if it's becoming,
Can
a
I touch
little
it?
bit more. You want to touch it?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
can touch it.
So I want to make a nature check to see if this moss means anything.
Okay, so make your nature check.
I don't know why I'm doing this because that's not bad. 18.
18. So, you take a look at this moss. It doesn't look like any particular moss that you recognize, but at the same time, it does seem like some sort of moss. It's a plant of some kind. Maybe it's because this is, a cave that hasn't been populated for centuries. There's just something old down there, but it seems like moss.
Do I get the feeling that it is edible? From my nature
well,
check,
okay,
do I get
well,
the feeling that
here's
it's
the thing.
edible?
I didn't pause there because there's like a notable effect if you eat it. There might be. I'm not going to tell you. I paused because I'm trying to figure out how you look at moss and determine whether it's edible or not. I don't think that's something that I, as the DM, can tell you. Like, I think that's your decision whether the moss looks edible or not.
As the player who did grow up quite a bit with a nature-loving father, I think it's edible.
Okay. No. We're gonna play this out. Since you you poked this bear, so to speak. What determines whether a moss is edible? Like real world fun facts time. Everyone in the audience, listen up for the science lesson of Symmetry War.
So the science lesson is I was not really paying attention when my dad was talking,
Oh,
but I
God
know that
damn
there's
it.
a lot of green stuff that is edible. Usually it does grow in the ground.
That's your logic? Is this I wasn't paying attention, but green probably means it's fine.
Some moss is edible, so this should count.
Some stuff that has chlorophyll is edible. And like a vast majority have medicinal effects or don't kill you if you eat them. A very small minority do hurt you. And also I'm a god.
Okay, so are you because Chad is pointing this out, are you licking it or are you eating it? I don't think technically any effect would change, but for note, I want to know.
I want to harvest some of it, just in case, we need it for medicinal effects.
Okay, so you scrape some of
and I do eat just a little bit of it.
If I ever meet that fucking time traveler again that told SG that we're gods, I'm gonna hit him so fucking hard. He is a dead man.
It is on site. Okay. So SG starts scraping some of the moss off of this wall, and you see her kind of pop a little bit of it into her mouth.
What the fuck are you doing, SG?
I'm eating some of the moss to see if we can use it to help us later in battle, since you guys are so afraid of
You're not gonna touch it? You're not gonna see if it has an allergic reaction first? We're not gonna test it?
It'll be fine. It's fine. And I eat a little bit of it.
I'm gonna turn to Goodbid and say, if one of us dies, your contract is still open with me. I hope you know that.
You eat.
Understood.
Remember when you told me not to lick the crystal and now we have genie? I'm going to eat the moss.
Goodman makes a mental note. Both have to die to be free.
You eat some of the moss, and after a moment, you start to feel like a faint buzzing in your head, almost.
Oh God, am I high?
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
So,
regardless if it didn't have an extreme effect or not, that was a terrible idea.
I totally did. Not as your DM, not telling you whether it's a good idea or not. Don't eat cave moss.
Oh yeah,
especially
in real life, don't eat cave moss.
This
In
is
real life,
haunted cave moss. Don't eat haunted.
Don't eat haunted cave moss. If the last thing you just saw was someone who could walk through walls, don't eat moss.
I think show title is "Don't Eat Haunted Cave Moss." That's what unless
can we just quote
it down?
Can we just quote John Green for it and just be like, "Don't eat grass"?
Don't eat grass.
Don't eat grass. Also, isn't that Hank Green?
Hank Green, the Green, whatever, the
Green.
TikTok science man, that one.
Okay, so SG.
If I got swamp monster powers, that's gonna be rad.
SG.
If you got swamp monster powers, that means that he is benefiting you for making dumb decisions.
Hey, this actually.
Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare!
I just realized a really funny interaction with this. Oh my god, that's going to be hilarious.
I'm mad.
I don't know if we're even going to see the effects of it this session, or if that's going to be a later
motherfucker. Son of a bitch.
That'll happen. That'll happen later. So.
Yeah, I did take some more and put it in the bag of holding just in case.
SG eats a little bit of the moss, gets sort of a faint buzzing in her head, but that nothing really beyond that. It doesn't seem actively harmful. It is very faint. And you guys continue on. Eventually, the hallway widens out into sort of like an entrance area. It's a much larger room, and at the far end of the room is a large sort of doorway. There's no actual door in there. It's just like a large gateway that's very open, very ornate. But there seems to be sort of like an odd, almost like an orangish shimmer blocking it, and you cannot see through it. So the gate at the end is blocked.
Stick, hit. And I let go of stick.
You point the stick, shout its fire command. It launches out and kind of just bounces against this orange barrier, sort of spins off and then returns to your hand.
Okay, so
Oh, and I should also
It's
say,
rather strong.
This room is also covered in the same moss. The moss did not end at the tunnel.
Do you want to eat the rest of the moss, see if it clears the doorway, SG? Or is that just a one-time thing?
Can I make like an
I
arcana
have
check?
the moss here for medicinal effects. I don't know if just eating the moss is going to open the door. I'm not stupid.
Did you get healed from eating the moss?
Nothing happened, but
Then what the fuck are you keeping it for medicinal purposes for?
you don't know if the effect comes later. What if it means that I don't get hurt next time something hurts me? I wouldn't know that until something hurts me. Yes.
We're not doing this.
Hit me, I
All
will
right,
hit you
I'm
hard.
gonna use Eldritch Blast on the door
All right.
and see if that does
Also,
anything.
someone in chat said I was quiet. I turned up my volume a little bit. I don't know why it's being weird today, but hopefully that should fix it. So yeah, you cast Eldritch Blast on the door. Since it's a gigantic gateway. It's very tall. The gateway's probably like 30 feet high, and it's like an arch doorway. So you hit it pretty easily, but it just kind of bounces off again. Everyone make a perception check as that happens, though. This is just the session of perception checks because this is a more classic dungeon crawl, so you gotta have.
Actually, can I do True Strike?
Can
I True Strike?
Do the perception check first to see if you notice any changes, but then yes.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
I got a 13.
13.
It's an 18.
Okay, so we'll say SG and Glib. Yeah, that's the DC for that.
Mm-hmm.
SG and Glib, notice that as you're striking the door, sort of whenever you strike it, there's a little like wave of rustling that goes out throughout the moss covering the room. So they seem connected in some way.
It ate some of the moss. Did I feel when we hit the door? Did I feel it inside of me?
You only ate like a tiny little piece. You said I don't know how much you ate. From the small bit that I presume you ate, no.
Can I pick up a handful of the moss and throw it at the door?
Yeah, you scrape up a little bit of the moss. Actually, I guess I should. You know what? Everyone go to roll 20. Everyone go to roll 20. This is just for visuals. Don't get scared yet. So
okay.
let me throw us to the battle map, which is on the right thing.
Should
but
know
it's
at
weirdly
this
zoomed.
point that.
So you guys, I'm gonna mark this on the player map so people can see. You guys have entered through. That's the wrong thing. You have entered through here. This on the right is the tunnel that you came in. This is the chamber, and this gateway over here on the left. You can kind of see like the borders of the door. This is what is blocked by the orange barrier. Is this right here?
Got it.
So this is this is 60 feet. So are you getting closer to throw something at the door, or are you standing back?
I'm gonna scoop up some moss on Stick and tell Stick to poke the door with the moss.
Okay, you scoop up some of the moss. Kind of just smear it onto Stick.
Yeah, just smear it on there.
And Stick, once again, bounces off. Those who noticed the, I will say at this point even good because if you guys told him, it has sort of the same rustling effect. It does not seem to be changed. From since it does not seem to change since you added the moss to the stick.
I think
Can
it's
I
so
walk up
funny
and touch
that
the door?
Yeah, you can.
What?
You can touch the door.
It's so funny. The what?
I think it's so funny that Matt keeps giving like characters with intelligence of 10 like puzzles to players that also have intelligences of 10.
Here's a fun thing, guys. This isn't a puzzle. This is flavor.
This is oh god. So I put my hand on the door. You know what? I'm gonna ask Stick, point towards where Mystery Man is.
Stick, as kind of expected, points through the door.
The door.
Yep.
Okay. As I was trying to see if it's one of those the door is unlocked moments where
I'm not gonna pull that twice. You can pull that once. A DM can pull that one time on a party, and you can't do it again because they always think to do it. But it's a good lesson. How as Glib reaches out to sort of touch this barrier, SG and Goodbid, since Glib is like right at the base of this, you guys notice that the moss around the door starts sort of moving and kind of congealing at the top of it.
Interesting. Glib, do you see that?
And
Do what?
on noticing, it is noticeable when you look up. You're just like right up to the door, so you don't see it.
Oh fuck! And jump back.
Okay, so Glib jump. Get to. You're in roll 20. Get to where you are position wise in the.
Okay, so I was up here, and then I'm gonna. How far is? All right, yeah, just back to that crack. I jump back there.
Okay. The moss continues congealing as it sort of it begins to come off the walls, and from a farther radius, all clumping up on top of this door, before forming into a much larger mass that drops down.
I swear to God, if we're gonna have to fight Swamp
Oh.
Thing right now.
Oh my!
In
God.
front of it.
I turn back.
No.
I turn back to SG and just go. That's in you. You have that in you.
That's gross.
Wait, I have idea.
What do you mean you have idea?
I see the swamp monster. I transform into a smaller version of it.
It's not
And say-
humanoid.
God damn it,
It
you're
is
right.
not a humanoid.
This is a tree.
And I should note,
This is a...
before people in the chat
Oh,
start
damn it.
recognizing what this monster is, this is another D&D monster that I'm using because this is the classic dungeon crawl episode. I am using a different visual for it because I couldn't find a good image of what this monster is. So the looks of this monster, for any big D&D nerds out there, this is not what they are fighting. But it just looks more fitting.
When the monster appears, does the barrier go away, or is the barrier still up?
No, the barrier is still up.
Okay.
At this point, everyone roll initiative again.
Here we go.
Let me,
Part
add a
2.
turn for the
I'm
moss.
gonna be on it.
Where'd
The
you go?
moss
There
turn.
you are. I did pretty good with it before, so woo.
I got a.
That's a nat 20.
All right. What's your dex modifier, Momo?
2.
2. Okay, 42.
I got a 25.
25. You guys have been so on edge this entire combat.
I am a god.
Glib? I think you're muted, Panda.
I got 11.
11.
I'm not doing great.
All right. Let's see. I
That
don't
makes
actually
sense
remember.
though, canonically, because you got like taken off
Where's my
guard.
stats? I don't remember how
Yeah.
fast this thingy is. Oh, it's faster than I was expecting. Dang. I guess it's because it's oozy. Oh dear lord. All right. Let me find my initiative counter. Slap that
Would you
in there.
say it's a swamp thing?
You guys got. I mean, technically no, but you guys don't know what it is yet. So it
Boss
got a
monster.
high roll, but luckily for you guys, most of you also got very high rolls. So SG, you are first.
God, Momo the player has an idea of what this is, and probably knows it's probably
I'm
won't
actually.
work, but
I'm
SG
curious.
does not know that.
I'm not going to answer yes or no, but I'm curious, Momo. What do you think this thing is?
I don't know the name, but I think I have used the same thing in my campaign.
Okay. I
I came up with a new name for it, which is why I know this probably won't work. But SG does not know
Yeah.
that. So, seeing that it's a green thing, SG is going to use the circlet and fire off 3 blasts at this, because green things, plants usually fire not good.
yeah.
So that is a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Okay.
You guys are getting really
that-
lucky, except for Nathan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
That's the first one. Let's see. Second one, 23 to hit.
Wow, 23 also hits.
Oh my gosh.
Third thing is another 23. So
My
all
God,
3 hits.
yeah, all 3 of those
Holy
beams
shit.
hit.
So is it 2d? It's 2d6 of fire damage for each one, or all 3?
2d6 for each.
Okay, so that's gonna be 66. Let's see. Ooh, it's only goes up to 5. Oh, just kidding. I can do here. Roll 6 d6. Roll. That's gonna be 21 points of damage.
Sheesh.
21 points of damage. All right.
Yes.
Now you, upon seeing this thing congeal, as it's sort of dropping down, thinking, moss, fire seems like a logical thing.
Okay.
You fire off your fire beams from the crystal and the circlet that you're wearing.
Mhm.
The beams strike the creature and do harm it, but it doesn't start burning. It doesn't move. The fire does not spread as you would think from a normal plant. It is injured, but not to the extent that you were expecting. It doesn't appear to have some sort of particular weakness to fire.
Okay.
But it does, it did something. Let me write down its current health. All right. On that note,
I think I still have my movement, right?
What other stuff that takes.
Exactly how big is this thing, wide and tall?
So it's a very large shifting mass. I admittedly kind of just slapped it in. This is probably more accurate to what its actual size is. I didn't have its size exactly scaled because I wanted to copy paste it in to have the scaling right.
Yeah, I need to get.
I would say this is probably about what its real size is. So
okay,
it's 15 feet tall. This as a sort of shape shifting thing, the size is not entirely constant. It's a blob of shifting, seemingly plant matter, but that's roughly. It's bigger than you guys.
Okay. I think I need to move a little bit closer. So I'm gonna move here. Yeah, that's fine. And that's the end of my turn.
People in chat are trying to guess what monster this is. I'll tell you after the fight is over, guys. For anyone who wants to use this sort of thing in your campaign.
Yeah, and I was wrong as to what this was. I was wrong.
I am changing one of its things a little bit, but it's only the door mechanic. I'm altering slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, so the stats are pretty similar. So yeah, if SG is done, good bid, you're up.
What's the range on this bad boy? How far am I? Let's see. Oh, nice. There are two birds fighting outside my window.
I can hear them, actually.
Holy shit, they're really going at it. I've never heard something like that before in my life. Okay, we're going to move. Kind of over there. And that should be well within ER. And I'm going to cast Shatter as a second level spell.
All right.
It's a Constitution save, but inorganic material makes it with disadvantage.
Okay.
And if they succeed, they take half damage.
Gotcha.
This will be 3d8. That is 12 damage.
12 damage. What's the saving throw again?
Con is Constitution. It's a DC 14.
DC 14. Okay. It actually does miss that somewhat surprisingly. What was the damage on it?
12.
12. Okay. So you run up, do your finger gun spell, I assume, and you see part of the moss of its core burst apart with the force of the shatter spell, but it does congeal back together shortly after.
Incredible.
At which point it is now the monstrosity's turn. Let me look exactly at how its movement works. Where does it even say? There we go. All right, so with Glib being the closest thing to it, and the thing that actually activated it, seemingly, the creature starts to sort of roll and slog forward before lashing out with its tentacles at Glib. Go. That's a miss. Actually, what's your AC, Glib? I think that's still a miss, but I want to be sure.
I think it's a 13.
Okay, that's a miss. That's definitely a hit. And that's another miss. You're lucky. That was a players win ties miss right there.
Woo!
All right. Let me get my my necessary dice for this damage roll. Should have gotten these before I rolled, or before I got ready to roll, but whatever works. Woo! It does. It slams out with multiple of its tentacles, and though Glib is able to dodge two of them, it got a very high damage roll, and you still take 16 damage from the third tentacle slapping into you.
Holy shit!
This is the hardest thing you fought so far. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I am.
Ooh, I just.
Also, I don't know, Panda.
Do we just see Glib get squished? Ooh.
Yeah. Two things. Number one, I'll say, Panda, your audio fried. I don't know if you changed a setting or something, but your audio quality just went down the toilet.
Yeah, I swapped to a different headphone setup.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm down to 30. I'm down to 30
Yeah.
hit points.
So the tentacles sort of, it slams down 3 tentacles in rapid succession, with Glib kind of jumping and dodging out of the first 2, but then getting sideswiped by the 3rd.
Damn.
Oh,
If that-
Glib,
what if
that did
all
not
3
look
hit?
good. It did not look good. Maybe try
It really didn't feel good
move
either.
away, move away.
Someone in-
Maybe this is
Someone in chat noticed what this thing. I'm going to point this out again for people who just joined. The visuals of this thing are not actually what it is. I recolored another monster because there aren't good pictures of what this thing actually is. So it's not actually a Yoclo. It's just similar. Anyway, that is its whole turn, though. It does not have any other effects outside of the tentacle attack.
Wow.
God damn. So does that mean it's my turn?
It is Glib's turn.
Oh, just kidding, Glib. I forgot you have to go.
I am I might be squished, but I'm not dead yet. God, I don't have any healing. Does it actually have that big ass eye in its face?
Let's say again, this is sort of yeah, it actually does. It actually does have a little glowing core. There are actually a few of them around its body that seem to act as eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot it in the biggest one I can see.
Cool.
Because I have one thing I do.
Oh, I should also note the light effect that is happening in this dungeon is still going on. Let me draw you another light circle. Hold on. So from the core of this monster out, that's 40 feet. So it's like that. So this from Glib, or really from Stick, is your bright light radius, and then sorry, I don't know what that little extra thing on the side of it. Why? Let me select the circle. There we go. So this out of Glib is your bright light radius, and then there's an extra 20 feet of dim light outside of that. So you guys are all in light right now, but just for note. Anyway, continue, Glib.
Okay, so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it in the eye that I can see.
Right in the eye. Go for it.
Yep. Okay, so I rolled a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
Right. And that did a damage of 10. And the second one, 23 to hit.
That also hits. You guys are getting really good hit rolls today. That might save you in these fights.
With a damage of 5. And I'm going to use... There is a thing that I just got. Give me 1 second. I just learned something. All right, I'm going to use Repelling Blast on that second one.
Okay.
And I can push it. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push a creature up to 10 feet away from you in a straight line.
Cool.
So I'm going to push it all the way back to the door away from me with that.
Cool.
That shot.
That's actually smart because I forgot about an effect, but I'll give it to you since that was my bad. So the total damage. Remind me of that.
It was. Let me roll back to the. I don't know.
I heard the second one was 5.
I thought it was 5.
The second one was 5, but both hit. So
Okay.
Yeah, both hit. The first one was.
First one was 10.
15. Okay.
First one was 10.
15 damage
15.
in total. Cool.
There we go. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out how to use an iPad to use D&D VR.
Yeah. Panda's
Okay.
janky setup today. So it is
15.
that. Okay. So you fire off your 2 Eldritch Blasts, each one kind of burning a hole through the moss-like substance as they pass, but it is quickly filled in. However, with the second one, you put a little more oomph behind it, blasting the moss and kind of causing it to reform a little bit farther back than it was. At which point it is, unless you want to move or do anything, SG's turn.
Okay, so SG is going to, let's say, oh gosh, like, okay, maybe if heat did not work, maybe it doesn't like the cold, because sometimes, if you don't know, this is telling the audience is also in character. Sometimes the greenery cannot survive cold temperature, so I'm going to cast Snylock Snowball Storm at the 3rd level.
All right.
That's a Dex 15 save.
Okay. I always forget its stats. Dex 15. It does pass that.
God damn it. Okay, but it still
Dang.
takes 4d6 damage, but half of it,
Okay,
and
so
that's going to
still
be.
quite good.
That's a really. I rolled really well.
Nice.
That's going to be 18 damage, but half to 9.
Okay. So much like the fire, it seems to be hurt. You know, you can the ice balls that you're casting. They hit and they sort of freeze chunks of the moss, but then those chunks are sort of quickly enveloped by others as they're absorbed into the core. The creature doesn't seem to like it, but again, does not seem to show any particular adversity to the effect.
We'll ignore everything I just did. Let's see. Do I have anything? I don't have anything else. No, I don't have anything else. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Here.
At which point I believe that would be Goodbid next.
Yes, it
I am
is.
getting us another battle map as we talk, so ignore me not looking at the screen.
How far away am I? I mean, hey, it worked pretty well last time. Let's cast Shatter again. Well, so many of my shit is Constitution saves. But it is all I got. So let's cast Shatter again as a 2nd level. So it'll be a DC 14 con save.
DC 14 con save is failed again.
With disadvantage if it's inorganic, but I guess it's made of moss.
I'm not
so
going to
probably
tell
not.
you.
It failed, you said?
It did low roll, so it did fail.
That is going to be 10.
10 more. The same
10
the
damage.
same effect happens as last time, where the creature, it seems to, it bursts apart but is able to reform. Though you can start to see that, like, after multiple attacks, chunks of the moss are beginning to sort of dry up and fall off, where they sort of disintegrate into nothingness upon hitting the ground, indicating that the creature is being harmed by the things that you are doing.
Interesting.
At which point, unless Goodman wants to do anything else, it is the monstrosity's turn.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Oh wait, can I do something for, I guess, flavor?
Flavor.
SG's going to try to throw up.
Okay. Oh, can try to get this thing out of her. Yeah.
Out of
Yeah.
her.
You don't want the medicinal properties anymore? Is that not? Do we not want to eat the random cave
We need to come up with
Is that something we don't want?
We need to come up with a canon
Okay,
reason
you
why
were
Glib
just a
sounds like he's
slapper on the
shouting from the
ground
other
a second
room.
ago, so I would keep your comments to yourself.
So what? I'm trying to think what role would trying to make yourself throw up be?
Definitely Constitution.
Yeah, but it's like you need a low Constitution roll. So yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
just
so
have her low.
yeah, that's what I'm
have her
trying
roll a
to.
low
That's
con.
something you don't see often, but yeah,
All right.
Constitution, but
Straight
try to get low.
That's an 18. Of course.
You're perfectly fine and healthy.
God damn it.
All right. So yeah, it's funny that you ate that. It'll matter later. This creature, not seeming particularly intelligent, kind of just starts lumbering forwards again to do the exact same thing that it did last time, and just slap the crap out of this frog man that poked it. Let's see what it does.
I hate that I'm the target. Why do I have to be the target?
Because you're in
This is
front.
bullshit.
You're in front.
Oh my
Like, it's
God.
funny because I'm the one that did the
This-
most damage to it.
That one, no, wait, that one hit. Okay, it did the exact same thing again. It hit with one of the tentacles. Though its damage was lower this time, but not by a ton.
Thank fuck.
I mean, it's still 12. So
That's
my
not
God.
better.
it's slightly better. So once again, in a similar pattern, this thing it whips out with multiple tendrils, and try as Glib might to dodge, one of them still clips him pretty hard, smacking him to the ground. This thing is one of those
Alright,
monsters that doesn't have the best bonus, but it does have multi-attack, so it's just kind of whipping tentacles everywhere.
My loving teammates. I would love my loving teammates to know I have 18 health now. If it hits me again,
you are in one-shotting range.
I'm gonna
yeah,
die.
you are in one-shotting range of this thing.
Oh.
And remember, it has been missing a lot of its tentacle slaps.
Yeah.
I've been getting hit.
Glib, take a breather. Go sit on the sidelines for a bit.
Time out.
Time out.
However, that is the you see, and this is for people who are gonna yell at me for using chat. This is one statistic that I'm slightly changing for this monster. It sort of shudders after it does this, and like you see sort of a puff of what looks like some sort of like spore cloud or moss cloud or something sort of just emanate from it. Nothing happens immediately, but just note that has happened.
Interesting reaction.
At which point it is Glib's turn. And actually, since it is Glib's turn, before you have a chance to do anything, being right next to this thing, that spore cloud gets inhaled almost immediately.
God damn it!
And
man.
Though you don't exactly know this, what has happened, you get sort of the same buzzing in your head that SG did, but much more intensely. And that's all I'm gonna say right now.
Oh shit! I think.
Is it like a constant cloud, or is it just like a little puff that came out?
It's kind of hard to see what happened.
I don't inhale it. You want to know why I don't inhale it? I don't breathe.
That was a flavor thing. That was a flavor thing. It is sort of creating this like. We'll say if it touches skin. We'll say if it touches skin, it has the effect instead.
Okay.
That's what I get for being too specific with my flavor text.
Okay, well, coughing up blood, I'm assuming.
It's not that bad, but that's because you got hit by a bunch of tentacles.
Twice.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I've been turned into pulp twice at this point. Coughing up blood and bits of whatever I've eaten.
Oh wait,
last,
hold on. I'm crazy. You do get a wisdom saving throw against that. You get a wisdom save against that.
Oh, against the hit or
against the cloud thing or the whatever it did.
All right. 13.
Ooh. All right. Well, sorry. This is one of those really rare saving throw effects where if you fail it by a certain amount, extra things happen.
Oh, come on!
This is what you get for standing right next to it. You're a ranged caster.
I didn't know a giant monster was going to appear at the door.
Let's see. Oh, you know what? You're actually okay. So basically, instead of just having a faint buzzing, you get very confused and disoriented, and the effect that was randomly determined is you make an attack against the closest creature to you, which in this case is going to be the moss monster. So you have to use your action to make an attack, but that probably would have happened anyway.
I can make an attack and a movement in the same action,
so you're
right?
so you're probably fine.
Okay, good. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it in the eye again.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna jump back 25 feet so I can get the fuck away from this thing so it can hit someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, Eldritch Blast. First beam. Oh, that's not gonna hit. That's a 12.
12 does not hit.
No. Okay. Second beam. There we go. 25.
25 does, definitely.
Okay, and then I'm going to roll that. And it did 5 to the eye, and then I'm going to go back to
5
roll 20.
to the eye. All right.
I'm going to get as far away from this thing as I physically can.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
All right.
I have dark vision, so I don't give a damn if I'm in this fucking circle. I'm jumping into the darkness.
I should note, the circle moves with you. You are the one in control of the circle because stick is on you at the moment.
I don't know if I'm holding stick after I've been smacked twice into the ground.
It's your decision. You can command where the light goes. You are the one who can tell stick what to do.
I'm gonna let go of stick ahead of time because it's indestructible and I
keep moving.
This thing isn't attracted to light. So I'm gonna leave stick behind.
I have to click directly on this tiny little circle to actually move it. So I keep moving the map instead. But the light circle stays where it is.
Cool.
So back to SG.
Okay, so I have a question. How many sorcery points for a spell slot?
I believe it is an amount equal to the level that you want. Let me check that.
Okay.
I think it should be somewhere on your features and traits. Uh, it doesn't actually say, which is weird. You'd think that.
It doesn't
Yeah, it
say
just says
how
you
many
can
of.
hold on, let me look, because that.
Yeah.
I think it is the level of this, but let me check. Okay. Sorcery points. There we go. Oh, okay. No. First level spell slot is 2. Second level spell slot is 3. Third is 5. Fourth is 6. Then 5 is 7. So it's
God damn.
a general rule
So I
for.
could use all my sorcery points for this.
Yes,
You know, I'm good. I won't do it.
Yeah.
I might use it for a different time. But until then, I am going to cast. Since I'm right in front of the creature, I'm just going to cast slow.
Okay.
And that means
Immune to
it
that, is it?
affects up to 6 creatures, but I'm just focusing it on one, and it's 40-foot cube.
Okay.
It needs each target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell for its duration. That's gonna be 15.
Okay, I got really worried for a second, but I realized I was looking at the ghost stats, which I still had up, and it has very different stats than this thing. And I was like, I didn't think this thing was that smart, but it's not. Okay, what was the save you said?
15.
It does fail that.
Okay, so that means it takes a -2 penalty to its AC and dexterity saving throws. And it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not
Okay.
both. Regardless of its abilities, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Oh, that's really good because this whole thing is
Yeah.
multi-attack. So okay, cool. Well
Yeah.
played.
If it doesn't have any spells, if it doesn't, then I won't continue.
You would not know.
Okay, but for you, if the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action,
Okay.
roll a d20.
I get what you
we'll get
meant
there.
for continue.
cross our
I
bridge
thought
when
you
we
meant
get there.
continue your turn to do something else, but yeah, no, I got you. Okay.
No.
Cool.
So it failed its save, so that means
I guess does it actually reduce its movement speed? I would think the spell slow does.
That's interesting. It doesn't seem like it does.
Surely it would.
Let's see.
I think it halves it, doesn't it?
I actually don't see anything about speed on it.
Let me look it up because if that's dumb.
Yeah.
If it doesn't the spell slow doesn't reduce its movement speed.
Okay, yeah, an affected creature's target speed is half.
Okay, so -2 AC, -2 dex saves, messed up actions, and speed is halved. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
that's
that was a
going to
very
hold it for a
effective thing to
little-
do on this guy.
That's going to hold it for a bit, but we should probably figure out a different way to kill it. I'm also going to move back to put myself in front of Glib. And I am going to try again to throw up.
For note. Okay. All right, make your vomit check.
Con. Not one.
Oh.
Not one.
Oh, wait,
Come
I
on.
thought you-
One. That's a 10.
10? No. I think to actively make yourself vomit, you're gonna have to get something lower.
Is there anything I can do to give myself disadvantage?
I mean, just anything that would make you nauseous. So like, I don't know what that would be. Like if Goodbid casts like, because Shatter is like a noise spell, right? I would say like if Goodbid casts like Shatter on you and that like makes like a booming noise, that could do something, but that's also gonna hurt you. So maybe don't do that.
That's gonna hurt real bad. Don't do that.
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
That's the end of my turn.
If you can come up with something that would reasonably make you nauseous or do something that would make you vomit, I'll give you advantage on whatever.
Okay.
You can say that's a bonus action well, you cast slow as your action. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Goodbid, you're up.
Cool. Okay. How? Never mind. We're not gonna do that yet. We're still feeling all right. I'm going to. Goodbid is going to move back just a little bit, and maybe to the side just a little bit. And then cast Shatter again
Shatter that
as
thing.
a second level spell. It keeps on working. Actually, wait. Can I see if the spore cloud is still lingering around?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
9.
You can't really get a good... It's still pretty dark in this area. You're out of the main circle of light. It's harder to see.
Of course. Yep, we're going with Shatter. So it's a Constitution DC 14.
As I'm rolling it, someone in chat said Glib's skin is covered in acid and probably tastes like frog. If you lick Glib, that might be a good way to nauseate you. He is a poison dart
I know.
frog,
I probably also want to
basically.
take poison
Yeah.
Panda, you're muted.
This time it does pass the saving throw, but it still does take the
Okay.
damage.
It still takes half. So let's see here.
I wonder if my
5 damage
5
is what it takes.
5 damage is the halved. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's the
I was
half.
about to say, I was like, 2 damage is not great. But yeah, okay. 5 damage is better.
Yeah, and that is my
Uh,
last second level spell slot. And then as a bonus action, what the fuck? As a bonus action, I'll be casting Healing Word on Glib as a third level spell.
Making up for stabbing him earlier.
Making up for stabbing him earlier. It's the least I can do. So that'll be 3d4
Concerns
plus
you
my
back some points.
spellcast. Those are nice rolls. 11 HP back to Glib.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I just
that's
kind of
good.
shout like, "Show 'em what you're made of, Glib! You got it! You're doing
I'm
great!
sorry I stabbed you earlier.
Sorry I stabbed you! Ah!"
Same wavelength.
That's on me.
All right, so Glib has been healed. Now the moss monster, seemingly very affected by this slowing spell that SG has put on it, kind of very slowly slogs forward, and from the center, it sort of stretches out its tentacles to slap at SG, but they just fall short. You're just out of its attack range, and it swipes at you. But nothing seems to come of it.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
That is still so close to me. I'm gonna be real, Matt. I thought you were gonna have him stretch out to attack me.
It
again.
has a longer attack range than a usual monster does, but you just happen to
Oh,
be barely
God.
out of it.
I straight up thought you were gonna be like, he reaches out and hits Clip
No.
again. We're going for
No,
one
it's just
death
swiping
today.
It's just swiping at whatever is closest to it. Oh wait,
One of you son of a bitches is dying.
does it get to? Oh, it does get to wisdom save again to end the slow.
Please fail.
Yeah,
Fail,
it's wisdom.
Fail.
I'll tell you, it's not great, and it does fail. So you don't know that it fails, but you can see it's still, its movement is still very stilted. And that is the end of its turn. Back around to Glib. Take revenge.
Actually, I am gonna jump back again because I really don't want to get hit again.
As you do that, people in the chat are saying, enemies to lovers arc, ship named Good Glib.
That's not happening. We still have a promise that has been made. He's just under contractual obligation to be here at the moment.
Glib, why are you going away? We could try the frog ball special.
Because
Yes,
I got fucking
throw it at the
twice.
monster.
I like to think that it was very cartoony, and he has like bendy frog bones and went full like
Yeah, because
flat.
he's getting
Assuming
slapped
that's
by
what
like a
it is.
moss tendril. It's not like it's more of a splat than anything else. So
Still,
Yeah.
it did so much damage
It's
to
a-
me. I would not.
it's a big moss tendril, and again,
I would very much imagine that it like flattened me out on the ground. at
I'll tell
least.
you as well. You guys are starting.
Tom and
You guys are
Jerry
starting to
style.
get the idea that this is definitely not moss and something else that looks like moss.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I jump back, and I am actually going to use, True Strike
All right.
on the monster. So I'm gonna point my finger and try and figure out what it's weak to.
Okay. Do you have to do anything for that? I forget exactly how True Strike works.
No, your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses.
Oh, this is actually really interesting. So what I'll go ahead and I'm going to give you a little bit of extra info here because of some funny interactions that have happened. Some coincidental actions. In sort of analyzing this thing from a distance, this is definitely not moss. In fact, above anything else, it actually seems to be a demon of some sort.
That is in you, SG.
Now, are you saying this?
Me?
Yeah, are you telling the party that this is a demon? I mean, since you said that's in USG,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, so this that's not moss. Apparently, that's actually a demon.
I want SG to roll an insight check.
Oh, come on. Oh, please don't tell me it's the demon that controls my armor. That would suck. Insight. I'm a pretty insightful person, I would think.
This is more of like a memory check
and
to remind you of something. But, insight will work for DM hints.
That's an 8.
Oh, eight's not gonna do it, but I'll let you go again on your turns.
Okay.
Speaking of which, on your turns, it is actually your turn now, so you can go ahead and make that again. And Glib, I know it didn't seem like you got a lot of insight onto its weaknesses. You did help. Let's see if SG can pass this insight check.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20 on insight check? So
Yeah.
the first thing you realize is that eating this thing and letting a demon have access to your armor, probably bad. But not anything that jumps
You
out
don't
right
say.
now. But you also remember that this armor that you're wearing, as one of the more mild effects of it that I genuinely did not think was going to be important in this half of the campaign at least, but apparently is, you are, while you're wearing the armor, fluent in Abyssal, which is the language of the demons.
I did not know that.
I think that was briefly mentioned, but very, very, very briefly, which is why I had you insight for it. But yeah, maybe even if you didn't know it, like, you can kind of sense with all the demon stuff going on, like, you can speak demon.
I say, hold on, stop. Stop.
So at you, basically, for flavor, Goodbit and Glib suddenly hear SG just like shriek in this terrifying eldritch tongue that none of you understand or have ever heard her speak before. The creature seems equally confused by this, and while it doesn't respond, it does stop. And actually, this is I'm gonna give you a little bit of a DM hint here as well, because there's a lot of funny interactions with SG. You are kind of a perfect character to interact with this by pure coincidence. This thing can understand Abyssal but not speak, but you do have telepathic speech.
Are you kidding me?
So presumably you can actually communicate with this thing.
Okay. I say, excuse me one moment, and I lick Glib, and I try to throw up.
Glib is 20 feet behind you.
No! God damn it.
I ran.
Well, then I walk over to him. I say, just give me a second. And I walk over to Glib.
What are you doing? What's going
and
on?
I lick him.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Why?
yeah. Roll Constitution with disadvantage, which is exactly what you wanted.
Okay. Come on. Oh, why am I rolling so good? I suck. Okay, one more. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me?
What'd you get?
That's like a 15 and then a dirty 20. You know what?
Using up all
Never
your
mind.
good rolls.
It's fine.
Anyway, yeah, this moss creature,
Yeah.
though it's kind of hard to tell what its emotions are because it's made of moss, like, the psychic sense that you get off of it, while it's not very intelligent at all, like, it seems to have an animalistic level of intelligence, like, it is very confused as to what exactly is going on right now.
The fuck was that?
Okay, so you understand my speech in your head.
We're just gonna pass.
Yes.
You get a
this.
vague...
Nod if yes.
The moss sort of shudders in a vaguely nod-ish way.
Okay, now we're cooking with fire. So, we don't want hurt you. No. No. We want go through door.
It seems, again, you're not getting like words off this thing because it is not very smart, but you get sort of a feeling of resistance, like it's not supposed to let you through the door.
Can I just remind everybody in the chat that to both Goodbid and Glib, She ran over, licked me, ignored me, and now is screaming at the monster.
Yeah. After
Just-
I should also note after she put a piece of it in her mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
I would just want to say Glib is staring at Goodbid like, do we kill her? What's the plan here? What do we have to...
I don't really. Let's see how it plays out.
Someone told you no to us, but please.
Okay, let me try to decide how this thing would react to this.
That-
I genuinely forgot that you like the series of interactions that have happened to let you be able to talk to this is really funny. So I'm rolling with it because in lore it makes some level of sense. You know what? This is not exactly the check that makes sense for this, but roll animal handling to see how convincing you can be to this thing. Again, it's not an animal, but
I love animals. I'm gonna be so good at
it's
this.
a low intelligence enough creature that I'm gonna say animal handling functions.
All
Our
right, that's
history with animals isn't
13.
great.
Did I say
13.
13? It seems to calm down, but the door, nothing changes with the door that you can see.
Oh wait, I have some of the moss in my backpack. Can I take some out and be like,
Here's your severed toe.
You know what? Do another animal handling check. Just gonna make you roll again, just to help me decide what's gonna happen here. We'll let fate decide.
that's a 14.
A 14. Okay, I mean
Oh,
it's
wow.
better. It's better. So the moss kind of jumps out of your hand and like sort of wriggles along the ground back into the mass of the creature, which you know what, for the comedy, the creature sort of like it sort of sinks down, seeming to like be go out of like active attack mode.
Do not tell me I ate its children by accident.
Though it does not seem to, it doesn't open the door, but it is. It seems like it is kind of calming quite a bit.
Okay. So now we are friends, okay?
I mean, it doesn't like actively respond to that. It just continues sitting there.
Can I go up to it and like go to pet?
Pet the moss. Animal handling again.
Come on.
I would just like to say that Glib is currently at the ready to
Yeah,
fire, just in case.
Glib is gonna blast the heck out.
That's a 9.
Oh no.
Come
Okay,
on!
a 9 is not bad enough that it's gonna power slam you into the ground, but go ahead and approach it. Like have. Technically, we are still in.
Rolled amazing
I am
scores to pass
pausing.
my ass.
I am pausing initiative right now, but I am leaving you in. Like, get ready for it to start again at any moment, depending on how this goes. So it sort of shies away from you, but does not attack. And also, actually, by pure coincidence, the slowing effect has ended on it in this thing. It has passed its wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, how do I make myself seem not threatening and friend? Oh gosh. So my armor makes me speak abyssal, right?
Yeah, it's your armor that does it.
Oh god. I know I can use my armor somehow to be like same.
I should note.
Yeah.
You know what? No, you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. But I think about your armor and just think about the armor and SG and things. Because there's a thing that you said before that is altering this interaction a little bit.
Can you drop the spell on your armor that makes it not visible?
I guess I can.
Panda has noted what I was about to. I didn't want to say it outright, but
Yeah,
SG right now
because
does not
invisible.
visually
Nobody
have
can-
demon armor on.
Oh, so
Right.
I
Yeah.
like drop the illusion on it.
When you drop the illusion, another sort of shudder goes through the moss, and you kind of get like a sense of recognition, like it understands more what's going on.
Can I sit cross-legged, not like kneeling as if it's above me, but like cross-legged?
Yeah. So
Like
you
friends.
sit on the ground in front of it.
And I like pat the ground to like tell it to sit down too.
Do an animal handling with advantage now that it knows you have some sort of connection to it.
Yes. All right, that's a 15. I can roll again, and that should be higher. That's 15. 15 is what's gonna
15
do
is
it.
fine. So yeah, this is not how I expected this fight to go, but you know what? It's funny, so I'm rolling with it. It kind of scoots closer to you at your feet.
Okay. I don't have anything that can give it for food. Do we have any food in our bags?
By the way, the irregular blessing in chat. I think you are thinking of the right creature. By the way,
I'm not going to cheat by looking. So
I mean, he just said the letter that it started with.
Okay.
As they, I don't know pronouns. I thought it. Never mind. But yeah, so it is sitting there. I'm actually at this point. I'm gonna cut over. Glib and Goodman, like, what are you just standing there at the ready, or are you doing something as this is happening?
I am fully ready, just standing where
so
I
you guys
was.
are just ready to
edge.
Do you want to like have a set reaction where like if it makes like a sudden move, you fire?
If it attacks, like if I see it do the thing it did to me, like it
okay.
raises its arm up to hit, then I'm ready to fire. But
yeah, if it perceives like it's ready to attack, Glib is gonna fire. Good, but are you doing the same thing, or are you gonna?
I think during this time I'm gonna move to like the side
Okay.
wall over here and just kind of, see. I'm not gonna attack instantly if it moves.
But your
but
wary is okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready for shit.
I think what I'm gonna set up just for rules note is Glib is ready to fire the second it makes a big move. For Goodbid, it'll have its reaction fire, but like a second later. Also, irregular blessing, she, her pronouns, got you. I was mixing you up with another person who's been in the chat before. Okay, so you guys are ready. Back to SG's. I don't even know what's happening. Demon taming.
Yes. So I go again to pet it.
I mean, yeah, another. This is just going to be one of those like continuous checks thing to see if something goes absolutely wrong or right. And still with advantage. Still with advantage.
I hate myself. Oh, with advantage. Okay.
Now that it sees that you have some like direct demonic connection, it is more trusting towards you.
Advantage was the 6 because the second one I rolled was a now.
Advantage was the 6. Okay.
Wow.
come on.
As you
I'm losing it.
Okay, you know what? I'm making up demon lore for this world on the fly right now. As you reach out towards it, it quickly backs away again and sort of raises up a little bit more. Not like it's not like raising up to attack, but it is like it bristles at that.
Okay, so let's see. No petting. I understand no petting. So now please, you are demon. I wear demon armor. Let's be friends. Okay?
Roll an insight check.
Wait, it doesn't have thoughts. Can I read its thoughts?
You are getting like it has animalistic thoughts. So you are getting like vague.
Okay,
you're not
so
getting language, but you're getting sort of like a feeling vibe from it. I'm having the insight check to like see exactly how deep you can go, which will make sense.
Okay, 14.
Okay. You get it doesn't seem as hostile to you, but it seems confused by the concept of friends, and you sort of get the vibe that like that's not something demons really do, and that's what's it's getting hung up on. It seems like.
So can I?
Well, no, I'd say that if you do another insight check, I'll give you more info on it.
I was gonna ask you, can I do something that's kind of cool?
That's incredibly vague. I'm not just gonna greenlight it because you say it's cool.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
So I want to link minds with it and then show good clips from my adventure. So the fun things. So it's explain the concept of friends.
Okay. All right.
And
explaining the concept.
Like do that and be like
Cue the
explain the
friendship
concept of
montage
friendship to a
Good
demon.
bid.
friend.
Gotcha.
Clip.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you really want to show it clips of me if we're gonna go with friends.
I think the good bits, like the fun.
Someone
the fun
in chat
things
said,
that we
"What were
did."
the fun things?" And I would like you to point those out to me.
Yeah, I would like you to
Is
point
it the
out what fun
robberies?
things has Glib done.
Yeah, they're gonna think friendship is just beating each other up.
Because I've done pretty much nothing but insult everyone on this group so far.
So I'm going to say when like the photo shoot of Glib as a baby.
I forgot about that. Okay.
portray Grim as a baby and be like, friends.
Okay. Roll an insight check again. That was clever, so I'll give you an insight check again to see if you can gain sort of the second half of this.
Just to cause
Okay,
problems,
that's a 19.
Okay.
I would like to interject
Okay.
that this monster might not know what drunk is, and showing the photo shoot of a seemingly lifeless body being dragged around by two other people might not go over well with the
Might
thing
I
that's
No.
trying to
It's
kill
okay. You
us.
look like a baby.
I'm also going to note that, remember, this thing is a demon and doesn't necessarily have the same concepts of morality that you guys do. With the second insight check, and seeing this thing that you've shown it, what it seems confused about is that you're wearing some sort of very pretty impressive looking demonic armor. This creature seems to recognize you as to some extent some sort of superior, and is confused why you're being nice to it, because as you can probably get, this is just your intuition, but high enough insight check, it's good intuition. The commanders of demon legions probably aren't super nice to their underlings, and that's what's throwing it off.
Oh, but how do I explain? I'm good.
Why don't you just tell it to open the door?
Oh, okay. I could do that too.
Just
I
be
say,
mean to it. It
please.
wants to be mean.
I don't want, because I want to maybe have demon on my side, because I accidentally ate part of it. So
He's already on your side. He's an underling. He's a fucking.
I should point. Are you communicating this to Goodbit and Glib, or are you still just talking to this thing?
oh, I'm communicating.
Okay, you're telling.
it
So
to
they are
them as well.
updated as to what's going on by now. Good.
All right, good. So
Cool.
hands slightly lowered, but I'm still at the
Yeah,
ready. And now,
yeah.
now I'm just like it. It thinks you're its boss. Just tell it to open the fucking door.
So I say, open the door. Thank you.
It sort of rustles again, but does not move.
Does it want me to be mean to it? I don't want to be mean to it. It seems like it's just like a baby. Let's see. Ugh. Fine. I don't want to hurt
There's a
it. I
specific
don't want
thing that I have decided is how you're gonna clear this encounter, so I'm just waiting for that.
Oh my gosh. I
You
say,
just gotta say it like it's an order, like you mean it.
sit.
Roll an intimidation check.
No.
All right.
If
all
that's
right.
what you're trying to do, from the tone, it sounded like you were trying to be scarier. So
I wasn't. I guess that's an 11. So
11. Okay, for the sit, yeah, it doesn't sit. It's a glob of moss, but it condenses in a way that suggests it kind of knows what you meant.
Listen to me. I have important business behind that door, so I need you to open it now.
Another intimidation check, and I'll give you advantage since you have the specific armor of a sort of.
And then, but with that, I'm also going to cast. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife. I don't know, first level spell at the door, like throwing a knife at it.
Okay, so just trying to make it look scarier. Okay.
Yeah. That's I'm just throwing it at the door. That's 17.
Yeah, no, it's a big door. You can hit it.
Yeah. So hopefully it gets the message,
Yeah.
and that's intimidation.
Intimidation, yeah. With
At
advantage
advantage or
because of the
just-
armor.
Okay. All right, that's gonna be a 19.
19 is good enough. So you see, sort of, it kind of bristles a little bit. It doesn't look like aggressive, but as it does so, you see that there was a slight ring of moss on the inner door frame that you hadn't noticed before. That sort of goes down and gets reabsorbed into the creature, with the barrier falling as it goes.
Okay.
So the
And
thing
then I
is, so
say-
the thing is now open.
I say thank you, and I dismiss it.
At the dismissal, it seems a little confused, and then sort of just starts after a moment's pause, kind of melts into the floor, and you see the moss-like substance sort of just flow back onto the walls where it came from.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
All
let's
right,
go.
you talked your way out of the demon encounter by pure
amazing.
coincidence.
Just gonna limp my
Yeah.
way over there.
For everyone in the chat who is wondering what that thing is, it's a demon called an alkalith, and it's like a door demon, basically. Technically, what it is in the official D&D lore is the doors that it creates are portals to the abyss. But this one was a door guard that was just blocking it. But yeah, that was an alkalith.
Are you trying to tell me you could talk to it? You could have talked to it this entire time, and I had all my bones crushed.
Listen, as a new god, it is difficult to know how you can use your power every now and you know what.
I need to sleep. I can't have this argument right now.
So I use my healer's feet on Glib as we're walking by, like tap his cape, and what do I even do?
I don't remember.
Let's see. It says, can I only use it to stabilize a dying creature?
I think heal lets you do other things. Let me Google.
Yeah. It says as an action you can spend one use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore. I don't think I have a healer's kit, or do I get it with the healer's feet?
I mean, a healer's kit is like basic supplies.
Okay.
My general rule for basic supplies in campaigns is unless there's some active reason why you can't keep up with them, I assume your characters are smart enough to keep up with them. It's like, why don't bother with you guys feeding yourself? It's like you are sentient beings, you can handle that. Unless there's some active reason you can't.
1d6 plus 4 hit points, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what that even means. But
here, I can do it. So it's roll your 1d6.
Yeah. 1d6 plus 4. So that's 8 points.
8 plus Glib's hit dice, which are not on this sheet. If I short rest, it doesn't say. What the heck? What's the hit dice for a level 7 warlock? Okay, hold on, I'm googling it.
Yeah, it says just additional hit points.
Yeah,
equal to creature's
I know what
maximum.
You're referring to. I just can't find the freaking.
Yeah.
Is it just?
What are we
it's just one per level. It's just your level. So it's 8 plus 7, 15.
Okay.
So Glib, you restore 15 hit points thanks to SG patching you up.
Thank you very much. Everything hurts.
You're welcome. And you're not dead yet because we're gonna be gods. Woo!
Yeah.
You still
Can I get
we still don't know that.
All I was asking for was a woo. Gosh darn it.
Okay.
Good bit. Can I get the woo?
My bones still hurt.
Good bit to do it. See? All right. So, with the guard dog of sorts, not killed but pacified, I guess you would say, deactivated. You guys head in.
Oh wait, question. We have that thing that says we can get a planar ally. Does that mean I can call upon it again if I need it?
You know what? Sure. I'll say that you could use your. I'll say you can use your planar ally spell to summon that thing.
Yes, and I would like to. I don't know.
I think you have to know its name. But what I'm gonna say for this is that like you know where it is and have no reason to believe that it would move. So that will be enough.
True. Also, if I give its name, does that mean I know its name?
I think the harder part would be teaching it what its name was. In this sense.
That's fair. That's fair. From now on, it is going to be called Kermit, though.
Kermit the Glob.
Yes.
God damn it.
Okay, so the Kermit Moss has been pacified. You guys walk through the tunnel into a chamber in quotes. And the reason that I say chamber in quotes is that this is a very different place than anywhere you have been before. And I don't mean in this campaign, I mean anywhere you have ever seen. You enter sort of a grand hallway that has a very noticeable slope downwards. And at the end of the slope downwards, you open into this like sort of disc platform. Now, I would have your roll perception if not for the fact that what you're seeing in this place is very obvious. In the center, you can see a large, primarily clear, kind of like quartz-like crystal. And inside this crystal, you can see Callisto suspended there, with chains going into the crystal, wrapping around both of his, magically enhanced hands that are connecting him to sort of pylons on the sides of it. But more interestingly, this chamber that you're in, as you see, the disc seems to be floating in the center of it, with a big rock, sort of ceiling above you. But notably, as you look out and down, there is no bottom. And what you can see below you and out appears to be like the sky and stars, just infinitely. As if you are below a flat world.
Great.
Oh no.
That's not. Okay.
Interesting.
I don't like
So
that.
you are on the
That's terrifying.
bottom of the
The
like
planet.
Asgard. Like how Asgard in
Yeah.
the MCU is. You're below it.
Are you
Right.
telling me this was a journey to the bottom of the earth?
Yeah.
To the bottom of the disc world.
And
Okay,
by
good to know.
for lore purposes, which will be explored more in season 2. You guys haven't seen. None of you have seen enough of the world to know if it seems like a globe or flat. This is the first that you're really this is medieval times. Other than maybe some vague myths, it's not like this is well known. So.
Holy shit.
Can I have
This...
Can I set up a sort of background lore
Go right ahead.
thing?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
No, I want a background joke that I would assume would happen off screen.
Okay.
Okay. I just look into the pit and I go, Canyon owes me $10, and lean back.
All right. As everybody in chat is reminding, when Glib last called his warlock patron about this, he did kind of casually mention that the world was flat, and it got sort of passed off, and he was not wrong.
No.
So
I'm gonna assume that's why I made that. That's why I made that bet. Is that's probably not the first time that God's casually said something like that.
yeah. So yes, the world of Ventral is flat. But yeah, that's just space. It's not like there's anything you actively need to do with space. What matters is, Callisto's in the crystal in the center. And he seems to be in some sort of stasis. I don't remember if I mentioned that. He's in a crystal. It's not like he's looking at you and waving.
Okay.
Can I yell at him?
You can yell at him.
Mystery Man!
He's in a rock. He does not respond.
He's
A
dead.
good bit. This seems like a good time for your handy bag of what the hell? What is it
Your
called?
handy
The
bag
bottom
of
half?
what the hell?
Bottom hat.
Which is actually not the
So this-
least fitting name for it.
Is Mystery Man reachable by any means, or is he
yeah, there is I can kind of just pull up here. I'm just gonna pull up the map. And this is a reference map. Don't think you're immediately gonna get thrown into a fight or anything. Hold on, I gotta readjust the dimensions here.
I am afraid for Mystery Man.
Put that there. Oh, and also, guess I should say, this place is kind of lighted from the starlight coming in from below. It is slightly lit.
It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
All right, let me send this to the back and get rid of Kermit. He's not there.
Bye, Kermit.
And then let me move you guys to where you would be. You're coming in sort of from here. There's good bid. I don't actually have a mini for Callisto, so let me find one that is acceptable. But anyway, let me switch back to the stream. Can see what's up here. This is roughly what this place looks like. So there is this disc in the center with a path leading up to it. Everything that is not this disc right here is just space. But you can walk up to it.
And where are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're at the bottom coming in from where.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you,
see.
you should be right at the bottom of the screen there.
And then
He
where is
in-
Mystery Man?
I'm getting
Right in
a
the center?
fitting mini for him, but this little circle in the center here, that's where he is with chains connecting him to little pylon things there. And the crystal's floating a little bit. Magical crystal, standard fare.
Magical crystal.
I have feeling that there's definitely trap here. So, goodness. Okay, asking the DM a question. I know you don't like flying things, but since we are now level 7 and much more
Yes.
responsible,
What are you thinking?
would I be allowed to fly?
What's your reasoning?
To fly, I'm afraid that there might be like a pressure trap.
I mean, I should have been more clear. What are you using to fly? Like what actual
Oh,
mechanics thing are you? You're trying to shapeshift into something that can fly.
Yes.
For the purposes of this, let's say yes. We'll see if that continues at this point. Oh, here we go. Here's a fine enough Callisto mini, which is a little off center because that's how the grid is aligned, but that's roughly where he is in the crystal.
Yeah. So SG shapeshifts into an Aarakocra that's just like a macaw Aarakocra for flavor.
That's a thing in Pathfinder, but I don't remember what they're called. But yeah, okay.
And flies over to Mystery Man, and just like perches herself on top of the crystal.
Okay. Nothing seems to notably happen as you do that.
Okay. All right, what are you guys waiting for? Come on, let's get Callisto free and
just
get
gonna
out.
walk over.
Oh, someone in chat is saying, why are they looking for Callisto instead of beating Order Guy? Callisto is probably needed to beat Order Guy. He's big. And also, yeah, there's also the dome that's around the city and trapping everything, in which Aldor's maybe outside of it.
I'm gonna
Also,
point the
have
stick
question.
at-
Sorry, go ahead, Glib.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, does SG think that this is the same material that Jared is made out of?
That's
Are
interesting.
you about to lick the crystal? Are you gonna try and lick the fucking crystal?
I'm gonna say, I mean, you can roll an Arcana check, but I don't think, I'll go tell you now, like, I don't really see any reason why you would, so unless you get, like, a nat 20.
Come on, nat 20. Come on, nat 20. Damn, that's just a 30.
Yeah, the magic that makes up Jared is something that you do not understand yet, so you don't know enough to be able to tell.
Nope.
Someone said is licking an Arcana check. No, she was trying to check the similarity between this and Jared, not just lick it.
All right. Matt.
If it was similar, I definitely would have licked it though.
Matt, I'm sending a picture of
that's worrying.
Of someone that I think when I hear Callisto, what I imagine he looks like in my head.
Okay, now I'm very intrigued because I've given a canon description of human Polnareff.
The same way that you said that
oh god, all right.
The same way that you said that the other guy looked like Kamen Rider, I think that Callisto looks like this guy.
Let's see, it's loading. Yeah, that's not a fair or not an unfair description. The hair's less crazy and he's less buff, but not by a ton. Yeah, that's fair.
For chat's sake, I just sent him a picture of Algol from Soul Calibur 4.
Oh, it's a Soul Calibur character. That's really funny. While I'm on the subject of like character designs, I'm gonna just let the chat in on this. The reason that we don't have art for like Callisto and Prophis and all those people is because I realized like 2 weeks ago that I don't want to spend my somewhat limited Symmetry War budget on season 1 when we're almost close to the end of it. So you're gonna be getting a lot more art in season 2, and saving the budget for a bigger season 2 is why we're not getting art. So you'll get to see these characters, assuming they survive, in a couple of weeks.
All right.
Someone said show on screen, which, you know what, I can do that. Hold on. It'll just take me a second to get it in. I gotta import a new image source in. What is this file called? You guys can keep talking as this happens.
Can we tell if he's alive or not?
I mean, you can't act. He is in some sort of crystal stasis. He's frozen inside the crystal. That's about all that you can tell.
Oh, but I mean, like, can I tell with like his thoughts and such?
Oh,
is he thinking?
Okay, that's you know what? No, you don't. It's not that you don't get a roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm. That's nothing. That's 9.
Yeah, you don't get anything, but that's pretty much all that you get nothing, but you can't tell why.
God. Good beard, Glib.
Can I point stick at it and fire and see if it breaks the crystal?
Yes, you can. Give me just a second though, because I almost have this image up. So I don't know how big this is going to appear on the screen. Pretty big. So yeah, this was what Panda has in his mind. The hair is less chaotic, but otherwise, yeah, this is a decent. You can have this. Imagine if his hair is just like long but normal. This is a fair enough image of
You
what
see,
he looks
usually
like.
this dude's hair is like not up in the air like that. Usually his hair is like down by his sides.
Yeah, his armor's also probably a little less dramatic, but like with the hands thing, imagine like one is white and one is iridescent. That's fair. All right, let me get rid of this. Okay, continue with what you were doing.
Yeah. So I fired stick.
Oh yeah, yes, you fired stick. Stick bounces off, doesn't seem to do anything notable.
Okay, so we have another not very breakable rock.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, do we have any change glass? Like
I don't
chaos
think we
change
do.
glass.
Interesting thought. I don't actually know, because the
Last time we broke something.
I was about to say the last time you interacted with Change Glass, you had Minerva's people bring some of it to the Order portal, and I think you actually did. I don't remember what happened to it after that. Actually, does anyone in chat happen to remember what happened to that? If it was said, because I know that some of it.
If
did
I'm being
show
honest,
up.
I don't think I kept any.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know it did. The last time it showed up was then. You don't have the original shard. I know that for sure, because that was used to shatter the Chaos Portal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember what actually happened to any of the stuff. Someone said I don't think it was said, honestly. In which case, I'm going to assume that it's still with Minerva's guards.
Okay.
Mm.
Last time we broke the portal by doing something. We broke the Order portal by being orderly, and the Chaos portal broke from being chaos. So I'm assuming this is probably a rock made by the Order dude. So maybe doing something orderly will open it, possibly.
I'm going to say you got that inverted.
Okay. All right, maybe doing something.
Everyone roll an insight check, and I'll give you the exact thing on what happened, because I don't believe the exact nature of that was ever found. Because I had a specific thing on this in mind, but it was never actually said.
12. For insight?
Yeah, for insight.
All right, that's an 11.
I also got a 12.
Okay, so
We are so stupid.
you guys remember that it was chaos that opened the Order portal, and you remember that it was somehow it was Spigo that opened the Chaos portal, but you don't exactly remember, like you don't know how that happened. There is an explanation for it, but you didn't get a high enough
He just
insight.
touched it. When he opened it, he just touched it. When it was the Chaos portal. This looks, I'm assuming, a little bit more like it's made out of the Order portal stuff.
It is the same sort of whitish energy. It's clear, so you can see him through. But of the two, it much more resembles Order than Chaos.
Okay, I'm gonna swing at it. I'm just gonna
whack.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the stick out and swing at it.
I mean, I'm not even gonna need you to make an attack roll. It bounces off. Doesn't seem too affected.
Okay.
Chaos.
All right.
Hey, can you psychically connect to Frothis?
I can try. DM, can I? Okay, Protheus.
He seems sort of distracted. It takes a moment for you to get a response back. But since Prophis is a very powerful psychic, at a longer distance, you can get something. He goes, what's going on? He sounds stressed. Probably, you assume, because he's in the middle of some sort of battle.
We found Callisto. However, he is stuck in a crystal, and Gleep has advised me not to lick it, which I don't know what to do, so I call you.
After you actually don't get a response, but after a moment, a portal opens up next to you, and Prophis just immediately bursts through it, seeming very, concerned about what's happening.
Motherfucker, you could have just ported us here?
He kind of raises his hand. I was locking on to you specifically. I didn't know where this was. Psychic. I was using the psychic link as a homing
I almost
beacon.
died twice.
Like, yes,
Your
it's because
boyfriend's right
psychics
here.
all speak to each other in the same language.
He kind of points at the crystal. This is blocking psychic signatures. I'm sure SG figured that out, which you now realize that's probably the reason you can't get any connection to Callisto, is because Aldor knew that Prophis was psychic and probably designed this specifically to block psychic signatures. But after sorry, someone's calling me. It's from Connecticut, and I don't know anyone from Connecticut. After saying this, he kind of walks over to the crystal very solemnly and raises up his hand to it, and the same sort of fluid chaos force emits from it, coating the crystal and kind of melting it away. At which point Callisto, notably still unconscious, but you can tell like he's breathing. SG can kind of get like a vague psychic sense of he's alive, but not awake yet. Kind of falls to the ground. At which point Prophis very easily like kneels down and like picks him up in his arms and just kind of like stares at him. Because I believe this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that they've seen each other in human form in, I believe, like 700 years.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
he is very distracted, obviously.
Oh yes, Prophis is the most beautiful person in the world.
Also,
so
for,
I
for
get it.
anyone who happens to be new, there's a bit that a lot of campaigns do. It's rolling hotness. Prophis is a nat 20. He's basically Legolas. He's an elf, and he is
the
nat
most
20
gorgeous
hotness. Yeah,
elf.
he is. Callisto bagged quite a good one.
Yeah.
Basically, is the bit. Yeah.
Callisto lucked the fuck
Yeah,
out. Is what we're
Prophis is
going
like
with here.
ridiculously attractive. There's your pride month. The bisexual chaos elf is extremely hot.
Sure.
Someone said, "Did they
So,
ever roll
hey-
hotness for Callisto?" Did you guys?
I don't think
You
we
can if you
did.
want.
I think we attempted to, but then we were like, nah, fuck it, and then walked
Oh
away.
yeah, because you didn't care about him at the time. If you want to now that you
Yeah.
know his lore,
Watch him be a nat one.
That'd be
That'd be
really funny.
hilarious.
and add
Okay, he's an 18.
and he's got
Okay,
charisma,
so
so
these two-
he's not a
two are
nat
just
20.
gorgeous.
He's not a nat 20, but he is a 20.
Okay,
wow.
So,
30
yeah,
He's a
twenty.
30,
they're
20 and
both
hot.
they're both
No, they're just a
very hot.
gorgeous power couple.
Yeah.
that
Wow.
We are just in awe. We're just standing there like we are not the main characters.
Yeah.
Honestly.
SG lets out a single tear.
They're the most powerful
Out of no
characters.
eyes, just like a
They're
tear
the
runs
hottest
down her face.
characters. Session 9 really did say Happy Pride Month. Anyway,
Okay, is that portal still open? Because I don't want to fucking be here anymore.
the portal is closed. It did close behind him.
All right, so I'm gonna tap Prophis on the shoulder and be like, hey, this is really heartwarming. You and your beautiful boyfriend getting back together and everything. Really, I really truly give a shit. But we are currently in a dungeon, and I'm terrified for my life. And these two motherfuckers tried to have me killed twice. So can we fucking go?
As
Oh yes.
hmm?
Before you do that, can you turn your head upside down so I can throw up?
So he, him still holding his long lost boyfriend in his arms, kind of looks. What did you say?
Just do it, please.
He kind of like
I might have eaten a piece of a demon and I need to spit it out. So can you just?
his eyes sort of like flick to Glib and Goodbid, sort of like subtly asking like, is she crazy? Should I do this?
She ate a demon, and that demon turned out to be like a shape-shifting monster in the other room. If you could like just reach into her throat and grab it, that could
Yeah.
also
He says,
work.
okay, so he's kind of like, okay, so I need to like just make her like freak out. I'm sorry, this is
Make her vomit. She needs to expel whatever's in her gut. She ate the demon.
okay. And like literally milliseconds after he says okay, his head snaps upside down and his neck extends to like an inch in front of SG's face. So he just like snap jumps like right towards you. His body unmoving.
Can I roll if that caused
All right,
me
I-
or Goodbid to vomit as well?
We'll say SG can definitely vomit. The other, if you guys
Alright.
want, yeah, everyone roll for Constitution. SG
I-
auto fails. Glib and
I
Goodbid.
did roll a nat 20 the
good.
first time, then a second time I rolled a 6.
Okay,
so-
you know we're
Okay.
giving it to you. So
Yeah.
SG does vomit. Glib and Goodbid.
I got an 18.
Goodbid's
15.
Goodbid has been desensitized to this already in his short time with this group. He will never be the same. What did you get, Panda?
I got 15.
Both of you guys were. You know, it has less of an effect if you're not the target of it.
Yeah. We're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
gross.
Oh, what are you showing me? God.
Ah, come on!
So his head retracted. You asked me. Not important. And then he opens the portal again, and immediately rushes through it. But when he rushes through,
Is he about to abandon
the
us?
second you see the portal rush through, or him rush through the portal, it is immediately sort of the other side of it is blocked by a wall of solid white, and the portal shuts down.
God
Fuck!
damn it. Did he leave with Callisto?
Yes, he had Callisto, and
Okay.
he's not putting Callisto down. He has not seen him in 700 years. He is not going anywhere.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? We got to go all the way back up there by ourselves?
Fuck this. I hop on Stick and I'm just like, guys, hop on. Stick knows the way out of here now.
Do you think there's any chance Jared will just wake up to take us back so we don't have to go all the way up? Because it was a
Before-
long way down.
As you guys sort of start to determine what's going on
Mm-hmm.
here, you hear a rumbling.
Oh, God damn
A
it.
rumbling from the bottom of the world above you, as it were. And you see what seems to be like figures kind of mold themselves out of the rock.
Oh, God
and,
damn it.
and drop down next to you, just sort of all over this location. Are those really low res? No, they're fine. Let me zoom in. These figures, I'm for flavor. The little like armor that they're wearing is colored like Aldor's. You know, like his white and green. So several of these figures drop down. Kind of surround and blocking. I should put them over here so that they're actively blocking your exit. Well, Glib is there. It very much seems from the visuals that they are some sort of fail safe that Aldor has put into place here. Everyone, roll another initiative.
Here we go.
When we get back, I am going to punch that beautiful man in his face.
Fucking Aldor, man.
I got a 24.
24.
14.
14.
I got
Giving myself alert with the
Also
most
a
character
14.
accurate thing I've ever
He's just, I imagine that, like, in a classy way, Goodbit is always just, like, slightly twitchy now. It's just, like, he's just...
Yeah.
We have broken poor good
Yeah.
bid.
like, I just wanted to make some money killing some folks.
Since the wisdom fail, I have not rolled below a 20 on
He's
initiative.
ready. All right, now to do the initiative. Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah. All right, what was everyone's initiatives? Let me...
24.
Slap them in here.
14
okay,
and
where's my
14.
counter? My counter went away. Let's see. 24. That thing's gone. I just deleted Glibs by accident. Hold on.
Glib, what's your dex?
My dex is 16.
Okay, then
24.
you go before me.
What did you two get?
We both got a 14.
14 and 14. Now let me roll for all these guys. I only rolled for one of them. This is one where I don't want to have to separate them all, so I'm actually going to have initiative separate on my end. And unfortunately, one of them did get a nat 20. So let me finish rolling these. That one, that one, that one. Now, this one that is closest to Glib is going first. So as it sort of it kind of like drops out of the ceiling or crust of the earth, as it were, and kind of like immediately goes into like a combat roll and raises its hand up to just pound Glib into a pulp. But right before it strikes, seemingly out of nowhere, a little card just flies out, sticks into its arm, and bursts into just this, flurry of colorful magic. And all of you turn to see from like this area up here, a new portal has opened up. A portal that has the signature color shifting of the Chaos Realm. And through it steps a familiar cat-like figure. Who you recognize as Canyon. However, he looks slightly different. His time in the Chaos Realm seems to have changed him. Not nearly to the grotesque body horror levels of Polnaros, but the scar that he had over his eye is much larger and shimmers with the same chaos energy. In fact, it seems like his eye in general is larger. And one of his arms also is more muscular as well, with the claws on that arm having extended and now coated in the same sheen, sort of looking like change glass claws. As in his other arm, he holds another card, ready to fling it at the monster. And he just kind of gives everybody a little wave. And on that note, I know it's a little quick, but that is going to be the end of Session 9 of the Symmetry War. And next week, everybody, be sure to come around to the very special episode, Symmetry, The Canyon Chronicles, in which you get to figure out what exactly happens to him over these last couple weeks. We are finally doing the special Canyon episode. Nikhil is going to be back next week. What the heck happened to him? Where did he get these magic gambit cards? All will be revealed in session 9.5 of the Symmetry War. And then session 10, which will be the week after, probably, barring maybe some possible schedule changes, but probably the week after, will be the finale of season 1. Now that you guys, everyone will be back together, all of the powerful wizards and monsters are in one place, and all of the final secrets of season 1 will be revealed. So yeah, that's it. You guys survived some stronger monster fights. One by shooting it in the face, one by talking it down, which was pretty cool. And yeah, next week we'll launch right off with this elemental fight. Well, not next week, 2 weeks out. We'll launch right off with this elemental fight with Canyon. So yeah, I'm happy we got to this point in a reasonable time. I gotta plan a lot of stuff for next week. Oh, and Panda, you're not here next week.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm going to be flying to New York next week, so I'm not going to be able to be
Yes, so for note, next week will be Momo, Nathan, and Nikhil, and Momo and Nathan will be playing to-be-determined characters in Canyon's side story. And then whenever, there will be some schedule changes for the finale, which I will update you all on. But then the finale will have the whole gang back together. So yeah, thank you all for coming. As usual, do we have anything to plug? I'll get Nikhil's stuff up.
Next weekend, I'm going to be in New York for NocoCon. If anybody wants to get last-second tickets for that, if you want to come and see me in person. And I am also potentially setting up another convention that I'm going to be going to next month in New Jersey. That's right up around there as well. So, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's all I got to plug so far.
Cool. Actually, on the con note, this is the same. June 17th through 19th, 2 weekends out. I actually need to figure out whether I forgot that Symmetry War is on a Friday, so I probably won't be going to the Friday, will I? But on June 18th and 19th, I will be at Fan Expo Dallas. So I'm not going to be going that Friday because I forgot I had Symmetry War. Not used to that. But 18th and 19th, I'll be at Fan Expo Dallas. So if anyone's going to be there, I'll be walking around. So say hi. Now, speaking of Nikhil, we're going to plug his Kickstarter one more time. I think it's already been dropped in chat, but I'm going to do it again. Nikhil is kickstarting a pilot, an animated pilot, for one of his TikTok series. It has 64 hours to go, so it's in the home stretch, but it has less than $1,000 to funding, so it's right there. And I'm also going to say, The final day of the Kickstarter is also Nikhil's birthday. So happy early birthday to him. And if you want to give one of your favorite creators a birthday present, go and back his Kickstarter. There are, I think, 2 links to it in the chat. It's really close to being funded. I think it's going to make it. So congratulations, preemptive congratulations to him on that. Let's get him to that final funding.
What day is his birthday?
June 6th.
That's
Do you guys
my
have
birthday.
Do you guys have the same birthday?
Yeah.
Cool. Our happy birthday also to Nathan.
Happy
You
birthday!
you should give Nathan gifts too, but Nikhil has a Kickstarter, so I'm going to say that one first. Go listen to Nathan's songs, because it's his birthday.
Yes. While you are donating to Nikhil's Kickstarter,
Wait.
listen to my new
Someone
song,
point
Lemon
out,
Lime Lips.
Nathan, how old are you turning?
I'm turning
so you're
23.
one year older. If you were 1 year older than Nikhil. To the day. Huh, that's funny. You'll have to text him.
I
that in
just
the group
realized
chat.
all of you are babies.
Wait, how old are you, Momo?
Oh,
I'm 25.
I think I'm the youngest. I think 'cause I'm 21.
I don't think that's true.
How old
I'm also 21.
This is a tangent, but when's your birthday, Panda?
July 31st,
July 31st of what year? 2000?
2000.
Okay, you're a few months older than me. I was born October 2000.
Oh
So
wow!
I am
Holy shit! I'm actually older than someone.
I am the youngest in the group. But just
Everybody always thinks I'm a teen still, though. So I don't know.
I was right. I figured.
I
you
get
were...
people are shocked I even cuss. They're like, every now and again I'll drop that I graduated college, and they're like, I thought you were in high school. I was like, ugh.
I figured
No.
early 20s, so I was right.
Yeah. Thankfully
Don't
now,
worry,
I
at
guess
least-
the 5 o'clock
Everyone's
shadow.
saying
At
it's
least
how
you
you're all
don't get
babies.
confused for like. At least you don't get confused for like a 25-year-old all the time. I always get confused that I'm way older than
People
I
think
actually
I'm
am.
older because of the beard and the hair.
I get that.
Yeah.
I call it. I always.
Beards do a lot.
Yeah.
Beards
I
do a
would just
lot.
say it's the dark panda circles under my eyes that makes it look like I haven't had sleep since 1998. So we're gonna go with that.
It's fair.
Yeah. All right. So that's all that we need to plug. We plugged Nikhil's Kickstarter again. It's really close to being funded, so let's get that done for him as a little birthday gift. Like I said, we will be back next Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, just like usual, but with the special Canyon episode, and then there will be more updates as to the finale from there. I said this at the beginning of the episode, and I'll mention it again. If you have any Symmetry War fan art, in 2 weeks during the finale, probably during a midpoint intermission of the finale, we will be doing a fan art showcase. So if you have anything that you want to put there, get that to me or one of the other party members, and I will put that in there. And I believe that is it. So thank you everybody for coming. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you for Symmetry: The Canyon Chronicles next week. All right.
Yes.
Bye.